toilet paper over the top or under?
Welcome in, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Senior week kind of comes to a close today, if I'm being honest. Welcome in, everybody. There's an echo, apparently. Is it my mic? Probably is. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did it again. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that better?
We're good.
Is that better? Okay. There we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome into the Ben and Woods program. Yeah, Paulie and I thought it would be funny to just start the show with the topic wheel today. To answer your question, I mix it up. I could not care less. I don't need it one way or the other. Anybody that needs it one way or the other is a psychopath, in my opinion. I just throw on the roll and wipe my ass and call it a day. That's what I do.
Really?
Yeah. I have no preference.
You
Zero.
don't like put the roll on a particular way?
I go top, bottom, whatever. Doesn't matter. Does not matter for me.
Interesting. I feel like most people are one way or the other.
Not me. I don't care. I
I
just
go over
throw
the
it
top.
on there.
So, I mean, I can function either way.
Yeah,
I can
100%.
figure it out.
Yeah.
But it to me, it feels like it has to go over the top because then you can see where the break is.
Yeah.
Right. It's
When
not
you're pulling
behind
it
the
down,
roll.
it's not
Well,
behind where you can't see it.
I've
so
also
you-
used toilet paper for 47 years, so I have an idea of the size of and where the breaks
again,
are.
you will be able to function either way. It's
Yeah.
it's not like a make or break decision in your life. And if you put it on and it's, for me, if it's the wrong way, which would be in the back, I'm not going to fix it then necessarily.
So you're a top.
I'm a top.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'm-
if it is the bottom, I can switch back and forth, which is fine.
Save that. I don't care. I can go either way. I'll mix it up. Mix it up. I'm like a swinger. As either way you do it, it doesn't matter to me. I'll navigate my way through it regardless.
I'll tell you one thing. Ever since I bought a bidet, doesn't really matter
Changes
anymore.
your entire life. It changes your life.
Yeah.
It's the
Game changer.
It's total game changer. I wish I could carry it on the road with me where I go, like to an Airbnb and be like, Paulie, let's put the bidet in, and so
Like,
that we just have it with us.
It changed my life in that I know my life before the bidet,
Oh, yeah.
and I know my life now after the bidet.
PB pre-bidet and PB post-bidet. It's much better.
Last minute Christmas gift ideas. I'm googling portable bidet,
Portable
and
bidet.
it does exist.
I'm joking. I really don't want to lug it around with me. I really don't. I really, really don't. Well, welcome in, everybody. That was kind of a joke that we were going to start with the topic wheel today, but also not a joke. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. How are you, Benjamin?
Good. I'm looking at these. For $12, I can get you what's essentially a giant squeeze bottle.
And just
That then has like
it's
has a long
insane.
tube and then angles upwards.
What, for
So
like
you
when you're
can-
hiking or camping?
Probably, yeah, probably. That's what wipes are for, I think. When we go on the road
Those are bad for the
somewhere,
environment.
I think they're bad for plumbing, but
Yeah.
it's not my plumbing at an Airbnb. So I bring my wipes with me. I do bring toilet paper to every Airbnb or hotel that I go to. Anytime you see me with a suitcase, you can stop me at the airport and go, Woodsy, toilet paper check. And I'll go, boom, right here.
Yeah.
I bring it with me everywhere I go. Every time
like
I've
a
taken a
package-
trip.
Pack of
Carry on,
wipes.
like your TSA?
No,
or-
no, I put it in
packets?
but like,
Okay.
let's say I have just a carry-on. There's a 99.9% chance that there's at least one roll of toilet
Really?
paper in it everywhere I go, because of, I've stayed at super nice hotels and been like, all right, there's no way these guys skimp on toilet paper, and you go and you're like, oh, cool, it's see-through. And you have to. I'm like, no. So I just bring like a roll of Charmin and stick it in my bag. Doesn't take up much space, doesn't affect much, and take it with me everywhere I go. Every single place I go on the road.
I'm picturing the very lowest end, which is not even the see-through one. It's the one that's basically just paper, like
Mhm.
Don't they have some without breaks in them? I'm pretty sure there's
Yeah,
some
it's
with
almost like
breaks.
non-
the giant roll, the
Yeah,
industrial,
a giant
for
roll
like-
with no brakes.
and there's no breaks in it.
And
for like your work.
it's almost like
bathroom.
Yeah.
writing paper. Like
Yeah, it's like
not-
writing paper.
It's like crappy butcher
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah,
or parchment paper.
I have wipes in my baseball bag. I have wipes in my golf bag. I have wipes in my car. Many would think for my 2 children, just in case. You never know when the mood strikes. And but you take care of biz. I wanted to do this real quick. I wanted to wish a very happy birthday. It's either 1 day late or 2 days late. I'm not sure because he lives in Australia. But my friend Aussie Tony that I met at the Oasis show, he texted me yesterday and said, "Catching up to you, mate. 49 today." But today is tomorrow. Today is tomorrow.
So it's possible he shares a birthday with Don Orsillo, or it's possible it's 2 days later.
Okay, right.
Okay, so
when did you text him?
So he texted me yesterday.
Ben can figure this out.
I don't know if he can.
What time did he text you?
Okay, he texted me
our time
yesterday. I got a WhatsApp from him that says at 1:50 p.m.
All right, so it's probably in the morning on today, which would be Wednesday for him. Though when he texted you, it was already Wednesday.
It was already Wednesday.
He was getting up on his birthday.
Yeah,
on Wednesday. So today is his birthday, but where he is, he's wrapping up his birthday. It's the very end of the day.
It's 1:07 in the morning.
It's already
Thursday,
over. In fact, it's already Thursday
in Australia.
Yeah. Okay. So he texted me, and I just said, "Man, happy birthday!" I was just thinking about him yesterday. I was listening to some Oasis, and yeah, he is great, dude. He's turning 49. He said he listens to Foreplay. He watches Foreplay every single day. Like when he gets home from the casino, he'll put on Foreplay.
Late at night, right now.
Yeah,
at 1 a.m.
But he texted me a picture of him. He had just woken up. He had his bathrobe on, and he had his Ben and Woods Do the Show Bitch shirt on. So happy birthday, mate. Love that dude. Love that. One of the kindest human beings I've ever met. So was very fortunate to meet him and cross paths. And, like I said before, man, I got a friend across the world for life. And that's what music can do. 100% bring people together. So I like that a lot. Happy birthday, buddy. We love you and miss you. Can't wait to see you out here again.
I'm a little jealous, actually.
How so?
Because he's already gotten through Wednesday.
Yeah, and Wednesday's over for him. Yeah.
We're still facing the long hike that seems to be Wednesday at 6:09 a.m.
Yeah. And today, right now, it's Thursday.
Yeah, it's already. He's going to bed. He's about to get up on Thursday. Doesn't that sound nice right now?
I thought
get to the year in review. Get through last senior day.
Yeah.
I'm anchoring at Channel 10 again. That was a surprise yesterday. I didn't realize it.
That was a day, dude.
Ended up working a very long day yesterday.
My rundown.
Yeah.
Right, so listen to this, S. This is crazy.
So I show up
great show
yesterday. Good show, really good show yesterday. And then quick bowl of cereal and went to sleep last night. So it was a long day for sure.
Are we off the air?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
Just log back in on your video.
Okay. We've had some internet issues today, which I fully expected on the last real official Ben and Wood show of the year.
Right.
I fully expected that. So sorry about that. Oh, Paulie's got one camera set up on us.
You got to log back in.
I'm trying. It won't let me.
Yeah, I can't get
our
into the
internet went down.
Yes. Now, does that but everyone can hear us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the
yeah, we're
radio.
fine.
You sure?
And even on YouTube stream that Polly's got us back on. Hi,
Okay.
everybody. It's just the picture is going to be a little
That's a little
wonky
different.
until we can figure out our computers.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Yeah,
Okay.
me neither at the moment.
Awesome. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
Very cool way to start the last show, the last official show of the year. We obviously have tomorrow the urine review. And
I worked on that yesterday, trying to organize segments in a way that made sense.
good. It
I don't know
flows.
if I don't know if it really does or not, but we'll find out tomorrow all together when we go through our favorite moments and best moments of the year 2025.
Yeah, it's a really fun show, and I did think about it driving in. I'm kind of an overthinker, and I thought, man, is that the most self-serving show that you can do? And I thought to myself, yeah, it is absolutely, and I'm here for it, and I can't wait. Like stuff that's going to make us laugh, that will in turn make you guys laugh, and that makes me happy because I truly live to make people laugh. That's my favorite thing to do on the planet.
That's what's called a win-win situation.
I think so too, man. I think so too. It's
Good for the tier ones. It's also good for us.
Yeah, man, it feels good, and it's a validation of sorts. You go back and go, man, that was some funny stuff. But is it self-serving? 100%. We do a lot of self-serving stuff on this show, but it also is going to serve the audience very well, I think, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. And I think right now with everything that's going on the planet, a day full of laughter is not the worst thing that you've ever experienced. I mean, unless you're you,
Agree,
but me
100%.
and Paulie think that laughter is the best medicine. You think laughter, and well,
It's like a vitamin. You have to take some every day.
maybe a Nick Pavetta interview thrown in is also good medicine.
I think
Generic aspirin.
I think what's interesting is I was going through the list of clips. Even for me, there were a couple like I don't
Yes,
remember
right?
that
I know.
entirely. So I would imagine that tier ones are also going to have ones that you missed
Yep.
during the year.
Yes.
As great of a tier one as you are. If I can't remember everything, I would think that there's a couple that you missed or can't remember. So some of it'll be new to you.
And there's some stuff in there too that just because the conversation was so good and all three of us were so engaged in it that I was like, that has to make the list because
You sent a couple over where I go, in the moment,
In the
I'm
moment,
like, there's no reason we would have thought like,
Right.
oh, that we're bringing that back at
Yeah.
the end of the year. And then I hear it and I'm like, no, that was great.
you go back and
riffing
listen, you're
and-
like, God bless, that's really good radio. And I think it's all a testament to our amazing audience too, who makes me want to get up and do that every single day is to make you laugh. That's what I live for. I mean, I love talking baseball and shooting the breeze, but making you guys laugh is my whole purpose, I think.
I don't know necessarily that we are always trying, but it happens anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can overdo it. You
Yeah.
know, you come in and do a lot of bits and stuff. Our bits have really dissipated over the years, but it's just been more about genuine conversation.
I always want to be funny, not zany.
Yeah, I don't like zany. I don't like zany.
I'm not interested in zany.
No, I mean, you guys could rip my shirt off and put nipple clamps on me, and that's zany. And there's some fun. There's a time. Yeah, there's a time and place. But like for the most part, I just want to have interesting, funny conversations. So that's what I think a lot of this is tomorrow. So it's gonna be great. That's a long day for you yesterday, though.
It was.
Very sorry. We
And-
had such a great tier 1 gold member stream last night. Highly encourage you to join become a gold member because, well, if you don't, you miss out on pure gold. I mean, pure gold stories we can't tell on the air, right? That's what you get. It's truly behind the scenes. And every week I've got some mortifying thing that happened to me. Ben absolutely swung Thor's hammer last night. It was like the screenshot of my face when he started talking. What? Oh, okay. You can do that here. All right. So we have a rule too.
Circle of trust.
Circle
right?
of trust. What happens in the live stream stays in the live stream. So thanks to the tier 1s for keeping all that stuff secret. But it was pretty legendary. So again, if you feel like you're missing out on it, you definitely are. So go to YouTube and hit subscribe and join the become a gold member. It's a blast.
We do one a month for the gold members.
Yep, probably do an extra
maybe a
one.
bonus one while we're on vacation here, the final 2 weeks of the year, just so keep touch base with everybody
I'd
before
like
we
to
get
do
back.
like kind of a buzzed one.
Are we?
you know?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I've been thinking about this.
Oh boy.
Last year, when we got to our holiday break, you wanted to make some changes to the show coming out to start the year.
Yeah.
We changed, every day theme song, consistent, some different things. Do you have that same mindset? Do you want to make changes, or do you want to try to kind of keep things rolling into 2026 the way they've gone in 2025?
It's a good question. The changes that I have in mind cost money. And so
no changes.
So yeah, I mean, there's some ideas I have that I don't have the temerity. Is that the word I'm looking? I don't have the stomach to like go in and ask for, because I know the answer. When you know the answer, you already know it's no.
Don't waste your
So
time.
I'm not going to waste my time, and I'm not going to expend a lot of energy going in and asking for something. So I don't feel like changing the show up really at all.
I would say that those books that successful people write about being successful would disagree with your resigned mentality.
Well, they've never
you got to
worked-
shoot your shot.
they've
You got to
never
at least
worked in
go
radio.
ask, make someone else say no.
No, you've never worked in radio, because listen, it's a tough business, and this is that time of year where people, some people lose their jobs and things like that. It's a tough time of year in our business. So it's also not the best time to go and be like, hey, I got an idea of how we can grow the show, and it's going to cost this. You know the answer. So that's really the only ideas I have right now. I don't have any massive content changes that need to come. I like how the show's structured. It does get a little. I get bored. It get repetitive and Groundhog Day for sure.
What Ben's talking about, though, is the email that you send every
Oh, I'm still sending the
December
email.
29th that goes, all right, we need to get rid of Don't Do This.
No,
the
no,
Ryan
no.
Report sucks.
No, I love the Ryan
We're going to
Report. I
switch
do an hour.
foreplay to 8. Like, that's typically the end of the year.
You're still
You
getting
have
the
a bit
email.
of a panic.
You're still getting the email. Everyone, you'll all get an email.
The email is coming.
The email's coming, 100%. But it's more about like just trying to be better at certain things. All of us, I'm no exception. Believe you me, I'm constantly overthinking everything about how to make this show the best it can be. But yeah, my ideas are good ones, but they would cost money.
Right. And I will give you credit. You are constantly striving yourself to be better, and
Yes.
you're your own biggest critic.
Correct.
But you don't like to hear suggestions from anybody else.
I do. I like suggestions.
Really?
Yeah, as long as they're good. As long as it's not like not like, hey, let's play that Nick Pavetta interview.
I feel like if
from
you thought a
spring training.
suggestion was good, you thought you would have come up with it already.
No, that's not true.
that true?
I've used so many of your suggestions. I trust you implicitly.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of your ideas are bad, but a lot of my ideas are bad. So, I trust you. I trust you to.
This is a tough question.
Oh,
What positive way have I influenced you?
me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the showing up every day. Every day.
You always showed up every day.
I know, but really showing up every day. You've influenced me to
Bring it.
bring it.
I mean, I think my answer to that question is
A steadiness that I did not have in my life before I met you.
all right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think what I've learned from you more than anything else is to roll with it.
Be sexy. Oh,
Be open to
Just
the
jelly
moment.
roll with it.
jelly.
Jelly roll with it.
That's the only way I know how. It's the jelly roll
Don't-
with things.
Don't plow through.
Right.
Let
Let it make those mistakes.
it wash over you.
Yeah.
Embrace
the uncomfortableness.
just everything in the uncomfortableness that I was never able to do. I still sometimes struggle with it, but I've gotten better over the years thanks to your mentoring and guidance.
Even right now, I can't log into our StreamYard. The old me would have flipped out, right? I would have lost my mind.
You've gone to break
And
and
I would have just flipped out and started screaming, but now I'm calm, I'm cool, collected, and just ready to get through. It's so weird to be doing the show and not look down at the screen and see myself
I know.
in the
We've
chat.
done it every morning for 3 years now.
It's so odd right now, and I just hope that they fix this at some point. I really do.
yeah, I mean,
You said you were having. Should I reboot too?
I can't get into the internet right now on the computer either. So
It's gonna be a tough show with no internet. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. It was gonna be a tough show anyway. It's gonna be a real tough show without internet.
It was like 6:06, and that started going out. I'm like, oh,
I saw it freeze. I go, it'll jump back
that's
on.
what I thought. It did not. I had to restart it on my end, and then now I'll have to restart it on your end and try to get it going again. But 6 o'clock first segment, internet goes down. You're like, you know what?
Then we just bang it, come back fresh.
We got a
tomorrow
great show
for
for
the
you guys
year in
tomorrow
review.
already
Yeah,
planned. We're gonna just see you then.
yeah. I don't know what to do at this point. It's just very odd. I guess we're just gonna have to go old school radio. Is there a Union Tribune lying around? I can grab that and just read the paper.
Do they actually print the news anymore, or just the filler
Did you guys see
article
that?
hold? I saw that too.
We forgot to
Did you
talk
see
about
that,
it.
Paulie? Could have been a "Don't Do This" earlier this week. They printed a UT Sports section, but instead of their Thursday night preview, it was
Yeah.
just the placeholder type of random
headline,
letters.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, I did
because
see
it never
that.
actually got like put into the physical copy of the paper. I haven't taken a physical copy of the paper in several years, so I don't know who still does get the actual paper in the morning. I just read it on my phone,
Yeah.
like most people at this point, but they still do print it. But obviously, with cutbacks and the fact that not everyone's reading it, things slip through the cracks occasionally, and that one was a big one.
You want to? It's one of those things. It's funny because I saw a little clip Darren Smith did from his podcast, and he'd made fun of it pretty good on his podcast. And then I think he got his Christmas cards back. They had done the same thing on their Christmas cards. They left a template on their Christmas cards. They got them sent back from the printer. They did the exact same thing. He goes, "Karma is a bitch, man. Like, you make fun of them for making a mistake like that, and then you do the exact same thing."
I've done stuff where you go and you pull up the template and it's got like a body of text and it's just like gibberish.
Yeah.
That's what the UT
That's what it
was.
was.
The whole
Okay.
the whole article was just the gibberish
That
template
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
instead of what was
you-
supposed to be there.
you delete it, you put your copy in, you put your headline in, and you hit
Oh.
submit. But whatever happened, they didn't submit it, they didn't save it, whatever it was. It definitely something. If I were running the paper, it would happen once a week, easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
I'm not going to beat him over the head for it.
No,
It
it's
was-
actually a really funny
it was
mistake.
kind of funny and amusing. Do I miss that? Like last week's Thursday night football preview article wasn't there? I don't care
You're
in the
gonna-
least bit.
They're
But
going to give you all the Chargers coverage you need
Exactly.
on some of the other pages, so you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine there. You're not going to miss the Thursday night preview. I thought it was a funny, who cares? Carefree mistake.
Right.
It happens to the best of them.
because everybody's had to cut back over the years,
Yep.
and it's just you don't have the same double and triple checks you used to.
That's
All
right.
Why don't we see if we can get things working again?
All right, I'm going to
Take a
reboot.
quick timeout. We'll reboot things, see if we can get our internet going again. And then when we come back, we will set the menu for the program. Tell you what we've got coming up today until 10 o'clock. Last regular show of the year before the year-end review and the Christmas and holiday extravaganza tomorrow and Friday. Thanks for joining us, Ben Woods and Paul. Tier 1's out there on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Better what's back with you here on 97.3 The Fan and also back on our YouTube stream.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We can see you. You can see us again, which is good news. Here's what we got coming up on the program today. Not a particularly busy day in terms of news. I will admit that. Padres remain very quiet in the offseason. I was reading about some new Nick Pivetta trade rumors, which we've discussed pretty endlessly this offseason. But you did have a couple of other signings in Major League Baseball yesterday, but they were fairly minor, but we'll get into that. We do have, as I mentioned, a San Diego State basketball game tonight, and then a huge one. And Brian Dutcher did talk a little bit about it. The number one team in the country, Arizona, on Saturday in Phoenix, and players admitted, I mean, it's their one chance now to build a resume. It's not a good chance, but it is a chance. You win that game, and all of a sudden, Dutch said, if we do win that game, our non-conference resume actually looks pretty decent. You got the win over Oregon. You could have a win over the number one team in the country. You have a loss to Michigan, but that's not going to hurt you because they're so good metrically. We'll bump up way up in the metrics if they could win that game. The problem is, how do you win that game against a team that has been just so fantastic, and you're going into their state to try to do it? So we can look ahead to the next couple Aztecs games.
A lot of similarities to last year when they beat the number one team. They got that opportunity.
So, yeah, they played Houston, and they didn't know at the time that Houston was going to end up in the national championship game. But remember, that game, Houston was a little down that week. They lost 2 of the 3 games they played at the Players Era Festival. And when they played San Diego State, it was at the end of the week, and there had been like 2 off days, and Dutch took his team home, so they didn't have to sit in a, smoky Las Vegas hotel for 2 days. Whereas Houston, they didn't want to go all the way back to Houston, so they just sat there, Thanksgiving, just waited, and then the Aztecs come back a little fresh with some pep in their step, and they pulled off a big upset that literally got them into the NCAA tournament by the skin of their teeth into the first 4 at the end of the season. If they don't beat Arizona, the only path really would be either winning, obviously, the conference tournament, or having such a dominant
winning out.
Yeah, such a dominant Mountain West season where they just are first place going away that you can't really say, oh, it's probably going to be a 2-bid league, but you got to make sure you're one of those 2 bids by either winning the conference tournament or winning the conference, or do both if you're San Diego State. You're still the favorites to win that conference, just not the way you were to start the year. So they've got that game tonight.
What time's the game?
It is, I believe, a 7 o'clock tip-off at Viejas Arena against Air Force, who, by the way, not a good team. And we'll get into it a little bit later about why they're just at an unfair disadvantage compared to everybody else. We'll have our regular features. Don't do this. Our last take on Woods of the year. Chance to qualify for a trip to Las Vegas and our musical trivia challenge at 8:20. Biggest fan contest, another name at 9 o'clock. Our Randall Report, we'll do a NFL threesome a little bit early since we're doing the year in review tomorrow. And your friend Dallas McLaughlin, our friend, going to come in our last segment. Do you know exactly why he's coming in?
He's got a charity comedy show.
Cool.
He's a comedian, Padres podcaster, known Dallas since I got to town 15 years ago. We've had him on before. Funny dude. So he's going to come in and promote his thing, and we'll have some fun with him. And he does have a wild Fernando Tatis Jr. take, and I wonder if he'll spill it on the air. But yeah, so
like an informed take or just wild,
like an absolutely wheels off
take. Great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to that at the end of the show.
You can ask him about it. It's wild.
I want to bring this up just because I was reading. Our friend Ryan Phillips, he can run hot and cold as a Padres fan. Writes for Sports Illustrated, their website, and little note, news and notes. Padres willing to deal Pivetta. It's not his story. We've heard that.
Sure.
Talks with the Mets that Nick Pivetta's name has come up, and AJ Preller is willing to talk to everybody. What Ryan wrote, though, he said the Padres would be smart to cash in on the Nick Pivetta ticket now because you could be selling high before his salary goes way up, before he can opt out at the end of this year. And I wanted to get your take on that. We discussed it, a couple of weeks ago in that we know he can opt out. If he has a great season, he's probably gone. Right. If he has a bad season, well, you don't want the bad season on your team. Is there some logic to trading Nick Pivetta because of those reasons?
Yeah, there's logic. I think there's logic behind any and every single baseball move that you make. There's some logic to it. there's trades that you look at and you go, this doesn't make any sense in my head. And then you hear maybe them explain why they did it. You can look back to, I'd say Fermin and for Burgert and Kolick. Like you would have understood that deal for one of those guys, a straight up swap for two controllable starting pitchers. That was an overpay. And
Deadline deals tend to be slightly overpaid
No
because,
question.
well,
They got you in a
AJ's looking
barrel.
like we think we can win the World Series, but we'll need a catcher to do that.
Correct.
And we think Fermin's one of the better ones that we could actually get right now.
Right.
And they're saying it's not enough, that just Burgert is not enough. They want someone else as well. And they made it hurt. They made it sting to pull away a guy who they thought was one of their kind of favorite players in Kansas City. I don't blame them for doing that.
Think about the life of a Milwaukee Brewers fan. They make a lot of logical moves, and some of them actually work. I think when they got rid of Devin Williams, I think they were widely chastised. Good move. Great.
One year to go. Ended up having a bad year
and
still ends up getting a lot of money in free agency. Yep. And you got something valuable for him.
Correct. I think Josh Hader, that was a little tougher to swallow, but he was gonna make a fortune you weren't willing to pay. I think there's logic behind a lot of these teams. I don't like the way that business is run sometimes. I don't like that. Like if you get, if you're a kid in Milwaukee and you start to fall in love with these players, you pretty much know I got to protect my heart here a little bit because I can't fall in love with this guy. I loved what they did with Jackson Chourio. Like they've got him locked up for a long time. I love what we did with Jackson Merrill. I think that deal is going to end up being, the steal of one of the steals of the century if everything goes to plan. Now, baseball is fickle, and you saw Jackson get hurt a little more, some freak injuries last year, didn't have the same juice as he had the year before.
Hi, this is Jackson Merrill.
But I make that deal and that extension 10 out of 10 times. So I think there's logic.
It's only going to get more expensive.
Right, exactly. And I think there's so much logic in trading Nick Pivetta. As a fan, though, I want him. He's my opening day starter right now, so that's tough for me to swallow.
There's long-term logic to me on trading Nick Pivetta. The short term, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
Like really, any way you split it.
Right.
And we all agreed yesterday. The Padres are still in their competitive window.
Yeah, 100%.
And 2026 is a year to try and win and make the playoffs and make a run in the playoffs if you can.
So Ken Rosenthal there was I saw the meme, or the GIF going around of him, or the meme, whatever the F it's called, that said, the Padres may have missed their competitive window or whatever it was. Then
he backtracked on
on it and was like, you have to be competitive. You have Manny, you have Xander, you got Jackson Merrill, you have Tatis. And I'm like, which side of the fence are you on? But I think that's the life of a Padre fan. You do finally you catch yourself jumping from this side to this side, to this side, to this side, to this side, to this side. The easy way out of it is if the ownership goes, yeah, man, we're going to spend some money. Like we're going to go out and get Framber Valdez. We're going to go out and get Ranger Suarez. And we're going to go out and we're in the market for Murakami or Alex Bregman or whatever it may be. That's the life of a Dodger fan. That's easy money, man. That's like you sit back, you throw your feet up and you're like, can't wait to see what this looks like. And the question that like Mr. Gaspo in the chat just asked, is our window closing? Yeah, I mean, yes. I think just because the year has gone by, your window is closing. You don't have a lot in the minor leagues as far as especially position players coming up. You really don't. So I think, yeah, man, until you restock the farm a little bit.
No pitching.
You have pitching coming up in the minors. That's a couple years away, but you have some guys that you're excited about down the road.
I'm looking at it as like two separate windows because I'm just assuming like planning for mentally a year-long lockout potentially, next year. Like after this year, if that were to happen, if we have a full 2027 with no baseball, I'm looking at the window ends this year.
Yeah.
And then you hope to start a new one whenever baseball comes back.
And when everyone's a year older with
2 years
2
older.
years older.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to be depending on Xander and Manny as much in that competitive window.
But I do think, when you have a Jackson Merrill and a Fernando Tatis Jr. on your team, you're off to a great start as far as keeping the window open. Now, trading Pivetta, yeah, of course you want to. What did you pay him last year? Like $1 million,
2.5, I think, after all was said and done.
$2.5 million. He had a fantastic year. Of course, the market's going to be high on him. You could probably get a lot back for him. It's a probably a pretty savvy business move.
He's a good pitcher at $19 million.
He is. He's a good pitcher at $19 million a year.
Which is why he's a valuable trade chip at the same time as well.
Exactly right, man. So I'm telling you, man, I think, yeah, logically, it makes a lot of sense. Logically, it makes sense to trade Mason Miller. I don't want to see Mason Miller gone. Logically, it makes sense to trade Adrian Morejon, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think I would be so mad if they did. But, there's logic behind all the moves that you can make right now. Buying low, selling high. It's the way of that's what we've all dreamed of doing. I'm going to get in on this stock at $4. Oh, it just went to 400. Like, that's the dream. And sell it and you retire and you're good. But for a general manager, trying to thread the needle of, hey, dude, we had the number 2 attendance in baseball last year. Petco Park is jammed 73 out of 81 games. You can't take a step back. And unless you're fleecing teams for their starting pitchers and a power bat, then I think you just kind of have to stay the course.
Yeah, and let me be clear. If the Padres trade Nick Pivetta, I don't think it's to get 3 prospects for the future. It's
like an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 23-year-old. I don't think so.
It's because they feel like they're going to get something that helps them now, and it's also going to clear up whatever they need to sign other pitching that helps them now. AJ Preller wants to win now. There's no doubt in my mind.
There is no question.
Is the best path forward with or without Nick Pivetta?
I think you can also. Here's the other thing you can do, and it gives you that little out. If you start the season with the guys that you currently have, and you add a journeyman, innings eating Mike Soroka or Adrian Hauser, who the Giants signed yesterday. If you add one of those guys, a Tyler Anderson, and you roll the dice until the end of July and say, where do we sit? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what we have right now. Our lineup is pretty set. It's pretty set. I don't know who's going to play second base. Maybe you go Cronenworth, Gavin Sheets at first base. For the first half of the season, Gavin Sheets is an everyday player. He's not going to be playing the outfield as long as our outfield is healthy. Maybe you have to find one more bat as DH, and you roll the dice and see where we are in July. I'm good with that. But if you're trading our opening day starter in Nick Pivetta and our closer or, uber relief guy in Mason Miller, man, the return that comes back here, they have to be major league ready, want to put asses in the seats and go out and win ball games. Like, you're going for it at the beginning of the year, but I'm okay. I'm okay going Pivetta, Musgrove, Vasquez, Sears, and Journeyman 5, and going Manny, Xander, Cronenworth, Sheets, Laureano, Merrill, Tatis, and Fermin behind the dish.
Absolutely.
Like, let's roll. Let's see what this.
I think that's the most likely outcome of this offseason.
But with that, though, you're not. I don't care about this team trying to get salary relief, and I don't think that's what they're doing. If you trade Mason Miller, you're not getting any salary relief back. None. Probably taking on more.
Correct.
And so, with Nick Pivetta, you're getting some salary relief next year. Because he's, or this year,
20 million.
Yeah, 20 million.
Yeah.
You get salary relief.
You'd have some more money
as good as
but
Nick
you'd
Pivetta.
Spend that almost instantly to replace Nick Pivetta, I would think. Yeah.
And that's the thing is, like,
which is where I always fall back on.
Well,
is that production, the replacement production, going to be better than Nick Pivetta? If the answer is no, then don't trade Nick Pivetta.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, if they trade Nick Pivetta and they get back 2, up and coming arms or something.
Then you can go out,
tell me we're competing.
And then you can go out and
trying to save money.
And then you can go out and sign someone else who has a great season like Nick Pivetta did last year. There is a way to get better by doing that without Nick Pivetta.
Yeah.
You have to make smart moves, which is always the name of the game.
Yeah, for sure. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the status quo and little fringe ads and things like that. I'm okay with it.
I want to remind everybody, because we talk about it so often, the Padres competitive window. There actually is no such thing. It's completely a construct of just kind of baseball, media and people who watch the sport. But in reality, windows open and close all the time.
And it can happen fast. Like your window can
The
scream
Braves
open.
last year thought they were wide open in their competitive window, and then they had a horrible season. Didn't shut their window.
The Mets-
It's open again this year.
The Mets expected to be in their competitive window last season when they signed.
They are though. They
sign
made a
that.
run at it.
And the Padres are
They didn't make
until
the playoffs.
The Padres
I know, it didn't
absolutely
work.
are until they're not.
No, hang on. It didn't work, but they were competitive.
Yes.
They spent the most money.
Yeah.
Like the Padres in 2023, that was part of their competitive window.
Right.
They just didn't execute.
They didn't execute.
We
Yeah.
don't.
The Pirates are not competing. They are not in a competitive
Right,
window.
exactly.
No, they're
but
not.
the Padres are. They have
They
star
are.
players.
Locked up.
Yeah, we don't know when Xander and Manny are or will go off a cliff in terms of their performance as they get older. It may be this year. We may not know it. The window may already be closed, or it may be in 4 years.
It may be screaming open right now with the emergence of Jackson Merrill.
They may still have 4 great years, and by the time they start going off, AJ's last draft, next draft, whatever are coming up, and they have the top farm system. You don't know what's going to happen 1 year in the future, much less 3 or 4 years. So to talk about, well, we know that the Padres window is closing in 2027 or whatever it is. No, you don't. It may already be closed. It may be wide open for 5 or 6 more years.
Argue that it's been closed.
We don't know. I mean, not if they've been making the playoffs. It's been open. They've had it open for a while, but we don't know when it's going to still be open or not going to be open. We also know they're going to have a bad season at some point.
And truly, one or two players can change your window.
Of course.
If the Pittsburgh Pirates went out this offseason and they signed Kyle Schwarber and they signed Alex Bregman, and then they added, range. If they went, hey man, we're going in on this thing, their window with Paul Skeens and Jared Jones and the other guys that make up their rotation, their window's open. It's open. Now it's time to compete. We've added some all-star caliber, some MVP caliber type players. Our window's open. And, if those guys fall off a cliff, if Paul Skeens gets hurt, their window's closed. I mean, it's just, it's the nature of this dumb game that we love so much.
And by the way, the decision on who buys the Padres will certainly determine how big the window is in the future as well. And we don't know the answer to that question. But in reality, there's no such thing as a window. You go year to year, you put together the best team you can. Hopefully you're trying to win, and you see what happens on the field.
Call it an era then, because it is a thing.
Yes.
It's not a
certainly
physical window.
This is
we're in an era.
This is the Manny Machado, Peter Seidler, era that is coming to a close at some point. Will the next era be better, worse? We don't know the answer to that question. The Jackson Merrill era, maybe the best era of Padres baseball, and it's going to last until, the middle of the next decade, until 2036. We don't know.
One can dream.
Can.
That's the beauty of sports in general, but baseball.
You hinted at it, some other pitching moves in the NL West yesterday. We'll give you some news coming up after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Still have this accident investigation slowing you down on the northbound side of the 163 at Quinn Street. The exit ramp is closed, and then there's a trash can in the middle of the road on the 5 southbound at the 163, and it's taking out the left lane, so just be careful. The northbound side of the 805 slows down into Bonita Road with an accident, then more delays by the 94. Whether you're dashing through San Diego or heading out of town, make sure your car's in the game. Friendly techs at Valvoline Instant Oil Change will check your lights, wipers, tire pressure, battery, and more with every oil change. Grab holiday savings now at SoCalOilChange.com. I'm Sue Aller with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All guests, I'm Ben & Woods, appear on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Mentioned the Giants signing Adrian Hauser, someone that I thought was on maybe the Padres' radar. 2 years, $22 million.
Yeah, 11 per.
Yeah, one of the more reasonable deals we've seen this offseason. He certainly comes with some question marks, but they get not only a starting pitcher, but they also signed Jason Foley as a relief pitcher.
With the Tigers?
He was, I believe, yeah.
It closed for them.
Also saw an interesting nugget from the Dodgers. I don't know how much you can believe it or not, but Tyler Glasnow was appearing on MLB radio and said he was told by the Dodgers, Andrew Friedman, he's not going anywhere. And there had been some rumors, especially if the Dodgers were going to continue their pursuit of Tarek Skubal, which why wouldn't they? I mean, they might as well try. That Glasnow could be a guy that is on the move, whether it's in part of a Skubal deal or just to move on from him because they have so much starting pitching depth that it would be ridiculous to even keep him. You know, you got to think about those guys and go, hey, do you want to be here? Even if we don't have a spot for you, you're one of the better pitchers in baseball, but we actually don't have a spot for you in our starting rotation. Do you want to move on somewhere else? But he said they're keeping Tyler Glasnow, so no talks of trading that arm. Also, the Angels made a couple of moves yesterday, signing relievers. Hey, Drew Pomeranz, old friend, 1 year, $4 million, and Jordan Romano to 1 year deals.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Pomeranz, what a career comeback for him. That was tough watching him dice us up in the postseason last year. I'll admit that, because nothing against Drew personally, but Padres paid him an absolute assload of money, a truckload of money for
8 times what the Angels are paying him, and they're getting a healthier Drew Pomeranz than the Padres ever
really
did.
effective last year for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's with every guy that you're just such it. When you're a Padres fan, you're like, we could have signed Adrian Hauser. Like every guy that comes off the deal,
you can.
Suddenly I'm a huge fan of theirs.
You can play that game all day long, for sure, during the offseason.
Do something.
And we will until the Padres actually, do something.
Yeah.
All right, 1 hour in the books. We'll come back. Got Don't Do This and More in hour number 2. Stick around. Ben Woods and Paul on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. This hour 97.7 through the Fan is brought to you by Mission Fed. From first accounts to big life moments, Mission Fed can help. Saving shouldn't be stressful. Mission Fed makes it easier with great rates on savings, certificates, and ultra money market accounts. Grow your money the smart way. Check the latest rates and open an account at missionfed.com. Membership and account criteria apply. I feel like my comments about there is no window resonated a little bit with Padres fans.
Yeah, I think so.
Tired of hearing about the window.
Yeah, it does get a little bit. It does get a little bit tired. And, look, the thing about being a baseball fan too is it's the good and the bad. Everybody is a prognosticator. Everyone thinks they can see, 4, 5, 6 years down the road. And I just don't think that there's that many teams where you can actually do that. I think if you're a Dodger fan, you're pretty happy about where you stand right now. I think they may be the only team in baseball that you go, we have no worries.
Oh, I disagree. I think they have one huge worry.
What? A lockout?
The CBA changing and taking away all of their advantages, which I think they absolutely think is coming in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
which is why they're trying to win as many World Series as they can before that happens.
I saw Dave Roberts' comments, and you know what? Normally, the Padres anti-Dave Roberts sentiment in me would say, oh, you're so arrogant. But he said, whatever they come up with, we'll still find a way to dominate. And I went, ugh, it hurts because it's true.
I was going to say,
right?
I don't not believe that.
I don't
either.
not believe it here. And I had heard stories years ago about, them being on the cutting edge and them really investing in their players at all levels and things like that. And a lot of teams have been slow to catch up. Certainly. But I think if you're a Dodger fan, yeah, you're worried about it, but you also know you've got the right guys at the helm. And the guys you have, like the guys you already have locked up, Ben, you feel pretty damn good about.
So ultimately, that's what you're hoping for as a baseball fan. You want good people making your decisions, smart people making good decisions. That includes an owner. That includes a president of baseball operations. That includes a good manager running a coaching staff. If you have those things in place, then you should generally be a good franchise and a good team. And I think the Padres have a lot of those good things in place. Now,
I agree.
It doesn't guarantee success. Certainly, you're still going to have down years even when you have good things in place. And by the way, teams that don't have good GMs or managers will occasionally have a good season, because players want to do well. They have their self-interest of having good years as well. And occasionally it works out. But the long run, you want guys making good decisions. And that's really what you're hoping for as a baseball fan. I appreciate Bavaquafina always with the critical eye in our YouTube stream. He says Ben Higgins is drowning in Denial River. I'm still a Padres fan, even though I know we're not getting close to a World Series this decade. If you can't cheer for a rebuilding team, are you really a fan? I'm not trying to tell you that the Padres will continue to be able to compete for a World Series. In fact, I specifically am telling you they won't at some point. They're going to have a bad year where they're not competitive. But I can also guarantee that you don't know that they can't win a World Series this year or sometime later this decade. The year 2029 may be the best year in Padres history. How is that going to happen?
No idea.
I don't know.
No idea.
I do know that between now and then, A.J. Preller is going to make 47 trades and 38 different signings, and the roster is going to look very different. Will it look better or worse? Again, I don't know the answer to that question. That's why we're fans. We wait and find out.
But again, we don't know if we have a good owner yet. We don't know if we have a good manager yet. We don't know. Craig Stammen has 0-0 record as a big league manager. So
I think when it comes to the window, the way it works in my brain, this competitive window, the Padres, being a Padres fan, we're in a bit of a unique spot where not every team throws out long-term contracts, many of them. And so when you look at the multiple 10, 12, 14-year contracts, you're kind of looking at it going, all right, these players were already, they weren't 18-year-olds when they signed this.
Right.
And so you're looking at it, you're like, all right, we're signing, Manny for another extension at 31 or whatever.
Darvish too.
And you're like, yeah, we're going to compete for the first half of that contract. It's the second half that's going to really come back to hurt you.
And that's been the general thinking, and that may end up being correct. At the same time, as we talked about yesterday, as you see salaries continuing to escalate, some of those long contracts, like Tatis, Merrill especially, look incredibly
We're not
good.
talking
And-
about that. We're
and-
talking about Darvish,
Darvish, Xander, and Manny.
maybe even a little Musgrove in there as well, but Manny, Xander, primarily.
Right.
If they
but
were on
we talked
five-year
about Xander this
contracts-
week at $25 million a year. If he plays like he did this last year for the next 3 or 4 years, you're absolutely fine with paying him $25 million a year. It's not as bad of a contract as maybe we thought even a
Yes,
year or
but
two
what
ago.
about paying him more on the back end
he,
of that?
he
than
doesn't.
the
He's-
last
he
5
doesn't.
years.
Well, I mean,
you're going to be paying for less production.
You'll be paying $25 million for Xander when he's 40, 41, which is you're not going to get a ton of production probably Xander at that age. But then again, at that point, $25 million maybe 3% of your salary, because the salary cap or whatever, you're spending $400 million
but
or
if they put a-
$500 million on your team at that
If they
point
put
because
if they
the
put
economics of baseball.
But if they put a salary cap in, Manny's going to be at 40, Xander's going to be at 25. You know what I mean? Like we're going to a lot of turn your mic on.
Do you want to?
If you're
going
gonna-
to?
If
Turn your
you
mic
put in a salary cap, I promise you, which I doubt it's going to happen, it's going to be so high until those guys
Until
are done.
they're grandfathered out.
Until they're grandfathered out,
Yeah.
that it's not going to impact the San Diego Padres spending, I think, whatsoever.
I'm just
The
saying.
only teams it would impact are the Dodgers and the Mets, probably early on in the first 3 or 4 years.
if you had less 10, 12-year contracts and they were 5-year contracts, you're looking at, hey, we got this window with these guys, and when their contract's up, we restock.
But remember, when you restock with that new money that has just been opened up because you sign shorter deals, you're going to have to sign even more expensive
players
because
it's
the
a
market
never-ending
has
cycle.
gone even higher, and
Here's
you're paying even more. Now you're paying $38 million a year for the next Xander Bogaerts, who's maybe not even as good as Xander, because
Here's-
that's how economics
Well,
work.
They're going to be selling out Petco Park, and I imagine tickets are going to continue to go up, so they're going to have to figure it out.
So here's the question.
That's
too.
just basic inflation.
And I asked you guys this in the break. Would you rather now listen, we don't know who our owner is going to be. We have no idea. It could be a drunken sailor with deep pockets, as I said in the chat. That's what I want. I want an absolute maverick. I want Major League Baseball to have to slap his hand over and over and over for the crazy moves that he wants to make and the money he wants to spend. And that's what I want. Now, is that feasible? Sure. I guess anything's possible. Would you rather be this team? And again, in flux right now, as I'm going to clarify that over and over. We're in flux. Got to see who the new owner is. Or would you rather be a fan of a team like the Boston Red Sox, who I just saw this tweet thread last night. They continue to post the picture of John Henry and his net worth, which is about $5.7 billion. And they're the only team that hasn't signed anyone. They traded for Sonny Gray. They have not signed anyone. They let Devers go last year for a bucket of peanuts, right? And he refuses to really spend on the team, to really, really commit. That would drive me crazy. That's like being in baseball purgatory. They've got pieces. They've got young, controllable, exciting pieces. But holy cow, they're in a division with the Yankees and now the Blue Jays, who are spending like drunken sailors. And you're going, what are we doing? Like you have so much money. You own, a soccer team. You make so much money, and you just chosen not to invest in this team. That would make me insane as a fan. With this team, yeah, they make you insane, but in a different way. We trade away the future. We trade away guys. I just now was like, some guy was like, man, check out this bat speed from Jacob Marcy, and he's just ripping tanks. And he had a really good come up with the Marlins last year. We got Luis Arraez for him. So, yeah, we've let some real talented players go. Leonidas DeVries, by all accounts, should be a superstar. That could sting down the road. I'd rather be a fan of this team, though, than that team, that the owner just crosses his arms and goes, humph, I'm not spending on this team. Make do with what you got.
Today, you may be right. In general, I've watched the Red Sox win like 5 rings or something like that in the last 20 years. So I don't know that I'd go that
All right,
far.
let me
it eases the pain a little bit.
Let me ask you a
but
question.
it also, Paulie, if you're getting it every single night from a beautiful woman, and all of a sudden the beautiful woman's like, I'm going to pass. Don't you want it more because you know what you had?
Yeah, no, it definitely. I get that.
And they want
Like
some
the bar
rings.
is
The
a
bar
World
is a
Series.
World
'cause
Series.
They've done it 4 times, like since 03 or whatever.
Let me ask you a question. This is more for Paulie. And Paul, you are contending, tell me if I'm wrong, the extension for Manny and the Xander Bogaerts contracts are things the Padres should kind of regret right now. Is that sort of what you're saying, that they're going to be?
Not like today.
No, but
it doesn't
eventually,
hurt them
like,
today.
But would you rather not have them? Would you rather
they should not have signed either.
Okay,
of those.
so let's say they did, and Manny opted out. He would have opted out
By
as
the
a free
way,
agent 2023 after 2023. And
Manny Machado's my favorite Padre.
Xander's not on the team. Would they be better off today without those two guys on the roster? But you have now $50 million in payroll to spend. You could go out and sign Kyle Tucker right now for $40 million a year. Are you a better team without Manny and?
You're playing the what if game.
I know, but then you're just signing another player.
If they never sign Xander, then Jackson Merrill might be your shortstop. Or Fernando could still be your shortstop. We can't play the hypothetical game.
But the thing is the argument is that AJ is making bad decisions by giving out these long-term contracts. The alternative is not giving them out and not having those players on your team. And yeah, you'll have a little more financial flexibility. For what?
We had 5 years of Manny Machado.
But who? Yes, but he'd be gone by now. He'd be gone.
He'd be a Met or something.
Yeah, he'd be on another team.
I understand that, but don't you think would we not be in a better financial spot?
Financial, but I don't care about
would
their
be,
financial.
would the Padres be a better team?
I want to watch Manny play third. That's what I want to watch.
I think they'd be
if
a
they're
worse
pocketing
team.
the money that they would have spent on Manny and Xander, then yes, they're not as good of a team. But that's not what you're asking.
But who would you have wanted them to spend it on?
Right,
like the free agents the last couple of years. I guess you could say they could have tried to offer more for Shohei. In last year, they could put together what they had for Manny and Xander and gone for Shohei Ohtani. I don't know that they ever would have gotten him anyway, but you could make that argument. I guess I just don't necessarily like the alternate reality that everyone seems to prefer, the one that, Manny was not extended and Xander was not signed. Because that feels like there's Padres fans who wish they lived in that alternate reality.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that's a better world to be living in as a Padres fan.
That's the thing, is it drives you crazy because you don't know. You don't know what it would look like right now. I mean, man, I can't defend Manny Machado anymore. Like, not that I can't, because he's defensible, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of defending him. You guys going to go in the Hall of Fame. He's a cornerstone player, plays every day, grinds it out for you. You may not like his attitude. You may not like whatever, but I want to see that dude in brown and gold for the rest of his career, and we're going to get to more than likely.
And so did Peter Seidler.
Yeah,
and that's what happened.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think we can all agree. Like, I mean, I guess maybe we can't all agree. I don't know that. I don't think that was a great extension.
Who, Manny?
Manny.
No, I don't think it was either. But he was paying him for.
I don't think Cronenworth's extension was great. I would have let him play out his contract and then move on to somebody else. But it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary is the thing. Yep. He didn't have an opt. Manny had an opt out.
Yeah,
you had to make a decision.
You had to.
Those are two different situations.
But aren't we acknowledging now that as we look at it and the interest in Jake Cronenworth around the league, that the entire league thinks that's pretty darn reasonable contract
for
that
they
signed Jake Cronenworth
every year.
If he was making $1 million, it'd be even better because that's what he could be making.
Yeah. Again,
whatever, $4 million.
They've made some mistakes.
They've made a lot of great moves too.
100%. Every team has made some horrific mistakes. Now, you just can't cover your mistakes here as well as you can in other markets. You just can't. You can't afford to do it. You can't. $72 million for Tanner Scott. You don't even pitch in the playoffs.
We all said 4 years ago when they started handing out the bigger contracts, hey, this is a bold strategy for sure.
I actually didn't. I was elated by it.
Well, we said it's going to be okay though. It's an easier pill to swallow if you win a ring or two.
Yeah,
they haven't yet, and now we're starting to panic.
Yeah, for sure. I'm panicking.
I promise you, if they won in 22 or 2023, we don't give a damn about what happens in 2028.
Nope.
The panic is definitely real. I feel that you think that things are slipping away.
We're losing managers every year. Our owner died. They're selling of course we're all panicking.
Yeah, of course. It's absolutely a natural.
We don't have a TV deal.
And they keep making the playoffs, which is what we always wanted.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna reserve my panic for when they stop making the playoffs.
Agreed. I'm with you in spirit. I really am.
And then things are dire. When you get to the point where this is the third straight year we haven't made the postseason.
Yeah.
Then things are dire.
Yeah.
But as long as they keep making the playoffs, I'm a happy fan.
I still like these dudes, man. I really do. I'm gonna defend these guys because I like these guys as players and as people, and I want them to gel together and play really well. But I can't. If you're in on if you love Xander, you love Xander. If you hate Xander, you're going to hate Xander. If you love Manny, you're going to love Manny. If you hate Manny, you're going to love Manny or hate Manny. So there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to sell you on it. Just want them to have a good year, and I want them to continue the good vibes that have been in San Diego the last few years, because it's really fun walking into that ballpark and seeing those guys. And 90 games, let's roll. Let's do a little bit better.
Yeah, I know you not supposed to tell people how to fan, but I do want Padres fans to appreciate the fact that Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado, they want to win, they care about being here, they care about their team. I have no doubt about that. Do they have flaws? Yeah, as every baseball player has some flaws in their game. And are they getting older? Yes, but I like that they're on my team. I like that both of those guys are San Diego Padres.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Would it be greater if they were cheaper and weren't signed for quite so many years? Yes, Paul. That would probably be preferable. If you could have said, yeah, Manny, can we give you that deal, but let's make it 7 years instead of 10. Xander, let's make it 6 years instead of 11. Sure. They probably would have gone somewhere else, though. If if they had been offered longer deals for more money, they would have gone elsewhere. You needed to get the deal done. That's why free agency is such a tough way to build your team.
Because the Padres haven't won a World Series, you can't just sit there and be like, "This is as good as it could be." Like, how do you know it couldn't have been better? Like, you never know what you would have spent that money on and how the team would have looked. Like, I don't like the hypothetical.
I know that there's more bad outcomes than good outcomes that would have been out there. There are better. You're right. There are ways the Padres could have won the last 3 World Series if they had made some different decisions and things would have happened differently. But
especially one of them for sure.
I think in more worlds, if you don't sign Manny to an extension, the outcomes are more bad than they are good at this point. All right, we take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to Don't Do This.
I love the passionate baseball talk.
Nightmare moment for any amateur hacker on the golf course. We will bring that to you and Don't Do This. And Woods has some audio from a new major leaguer.
This is spectacular.
Or
stuff.
Do This.
I can't wait for you, by the way, to crap all over it.
I'm sure.
Yes, this made me cry yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm sure Ben.
I can't wait for his opinion on it.
We'll get to that all coming up next with Benna Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, daily fantasy season. Oh, this is a great season to play Prize Picks. Bowl games almost every night. And let's be honest, it doesn't really matter who wins most of these games. But if you've got a daily fantasy lineup set up, you can enjoy those games with a little more of interest of your own. Put together a lineup between 2 and 6 players, picking against stat projections. So if we're talking about college football, you can pick some of your favorite stars around the league, whether it's Diego Pavia, whether it is the Heisman Trophy winner, Fernando Mendoza. You can pick more or less on passing yards, more or less on passing TDs, rushing yards. Put it all together and win actual money with Prize Picks while you're watching college, pro football, basketball, hockey, and much, much more. All you have to do is sign up today by going to the Prize Picks website and downloading the app. When you do, use the code KWFN. You're going to get $50 in bonus money when you play your first $5 lineup. So 5 of yours, 50 of theirs. And that way you can get a real feel for the app, how you want to play, set a few lineups, see how you like to do it. If you want to cross sports, you can do that at the same time, or just put them all together with one game with players on one team, players on the other team, and win real money up to 2,000 times your cash. It's easy to download into your account and then take money out with Apple Pay, Venmo, MasterCard, and much more with Prize Picks. Over 10 million users now and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. With Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This is brought to you by Trust and Will.
Don't.
Leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die.
Do.
Set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info.
NFL players are being targeted right now. They have a game either out of town or sometimes even in their home city, and criminals are going, well, I know where Tennessee Titans star Jeffrey Simmons is, a defensive tackle for the Tennessee Titans. I know he's in San Francisco playing a game, so let's go rob his home. It's exactly what happened. This is a string of these happening to NFL players this year. Returned home to find his home and broken into while they were on the road playing San Francisco 49ers. 7:30 on a Sunday night. Two men approached the back door, smashed their way in, knocked the camera down, and they got it on camera. 6 guys actually ended up going into his house, grabbing a bunch of stuff, and walking out the door with it, and there was no one there.
Do you worry about break-ins at your house?
Yeah.
You do?
Your computer.
That's your computer. Of
What
course.
is it?
It's making noises because you have something open.
Oh,
There
there
you
it
go.
is. Okay,
Thank
it
you.
scared me to death. Of course I worry about break-ins. Of course I do. We've had
I
there's been a string.
I don't worry that often for a couple of reasons.
Well, we've had a string
We have
lately.
a dog who's very noisy and loud. If anyone walks in the door, I wish she wouldn't be, but she is. So you're not going to want to walk in. Secondly, someone's home at our house a good 95% of the time. I mean, the house is rarely empty, but I think the thing that gives me the most comfort is that I don't have anything really of value.
You have a Civil War pickle.
I do. That's about it.
You have a pickle in a jar from the Civil War.
Like you know, in the old days, people stole my flat screen TV. Fine, I'll go get another one for $200
yeah.
at Costco. It's like, really? You're going to go to that much trouble and risk prosecution and jail time to take the flat screen TV off my wall? Fine, I probably needed it updated 5 years ago anyway.
But Aquafina, always the ray of hope and sunshine, says you're scared because your fear is very profitable. No, I'm scared because I have children. I have little children and a wife, and I don't want anybody to break into my home and go through my stuff. That's why I'm scared. It's not because it's profitable. I just don't want. Call me crazy. I don't want masked men breaking into my home. Am I some sort of sheep, some corporate shill? I don't want that.
But you also shouldn't live in fear.
I
of it all
don't.
the
I don't
time.
live in fear.
You're
I don't
living
have,
in fear.
I don't sit with I'm not an
Good.
armed guard.
Good.
Sitting on
All
the
right.
roof.
Good.
I don't want people breaking into my home. I know I'm weird.
You
like
also
that.
have 17 billion cameras around your home.
We do.
You'd be able to catch the intruders quite easily.
4 cats. They're not going to do much. They're not going to do a damn
guard cats.
The guard cats.
Guard cats.
They're not going to do a damn thing. Yeah. Nothing. They run and hide.
All right, here's one from the Bahamas at a charity golf tournament. The Turn 2 Foundation, Derek Jeter's charity golf tournament, empowering young people to keep them away from negative influences. Where one of the celebrity golfers, Ja Rule, was playing on the 12th hole. Apparently, Ja Rule got into golf during COVID, like so many others.
Indeed.
Has really gotten obsessed with it. About a 15 handicap, which is decent golfer.
Not
you know,
terrible.
he's played not terrible at all. Apparently, he was off to a pretty good start. Things started to take a turn, and then he arrived at the 12th hole, the par 3. And you have a number of people, surrounding the tees, watching the celebs play, including Golf Week reporter Adam Shupak, who took out his phone to record.
Hey, here's Ja Rule.
Here's the
This'll be
tee shot
cool.
of Ja Rule. You can hear what it sounds like, or you can watch it here on our YouTube stream. But it was, let's just say, not a good shot.
I gotta ignore y'all right now. I gotta put this thing up.
All right.
Lining it up.
Shanked it straight into the crowd, right next to Adam Shupak. It almost looks like it goes straight to the camera. It actually hits, I think, someone standing right
Yeah,
to
you
Adam's
can
left.
You hear the strike of the ball and then something else,
Like a
and it sounds like
shin.
somebody's shin. Yeah.
Just a complete shank into the crowd.
Here, one more. Just
One more
listen.
time.
Just
Listen to the. It hits something hard.
This thing up.
Oh,
God, this is my nightmare. This is my nightmare.
I mean, he hit it hard, just completely sideways and directly into someone's
they're probably
legs.
12 feet away.
Yo,
15
yeah.
feet away.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, very close.
Oh God.
hitting a golf ball off a tee is so hard anyway. Having people lined up watching you, there's just keep them behind, especially in the celebrity tournaments. Everyone stand behind. How about that? Just everyone would mill around.
I've been to some, and I definitely stand behind.
100%.
Never
You
trust
like it from behind.
Never trust an amateur golfer. Now, pro golfer, I will stand. I could stand 50 feet ahead.
Yeah.
They are so good.
You
They'll
can stand
put a-
10 feet in front of them. They're going to hit
They
it
go
over
right
your
over your
head.
head, right over your head. But an amateur golfer, at any moment, that shot could come out. Always pay attention when you're on the golf course.
Yeah, Nick just said that swing didn't really look like a 15 handicap. Even at my best, I was an 11 at my best.
Shupak said he looked like a 4 for the first few holes and a 40 for the last few.
It happened.
That's
the nature
That's what
of
a
that
15
sport.
handicap really is.
Yeah.
Someone who can be good for a few holes and then can lose it completely for a while as well.
God, that is rough, man. That is rough. This is such a great do this.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
So a few weeks ago, a month ago, some names were circulating around for potential signings for AJ Preller and the San Diego Padres, and there was a pitcher that was pitching in Korea or Japan, Cody Ponce, and had pitched some in the big leagues, has some good stuff, and Blue Jays ended up going out and getting Cody Ponce. So he was on podcast, Dallas Braden's podcast, and he told this story. He set a record in, was it Korea? Or
I think it was Korea.
Korea.
I think so.
18 strikeouts in a game, which is just outstanding. That's outstanding stuff. But what really made it special was the story he told. Listen to this. Is it Ponce or Ponce? Somebody emailed me the other day and said it's Ponce.
Cody Ponce.
Ponce. All right, Cody Ponce.
I lost my mom in 2017 to stage 4 brain cancer. During my 18K game, there was a moment when I was facing somebody where a white butterfly flew past me. And during that moment, I struck out the 17th batter. That tied Hyunjin Ryu's 17th strikeout, the most in a single season game in 9 innings in Korean history. Now, in Korean lore, a white butterfly is a sign of your ancestors being there with you in the moment. So that white butterfly flew across on the 17th K. That white butterfly stayed around the entire mound for the next batter to get the 18th K and set the single season highest strikeouts in a single game in Korean history. Now, after the game, everybody asked me, what were you feeling? What was going on? After the 17th K, I stepped off the mound. I had a large bow to Ryu, and after I did that, I just emotionally started crying. Like I felt my mom. My mom was there. My mom was in my arms. She was on my back. She was standing on my shoulders. She was just there. It was that moment of baseball history for me that will forever be remembered.
Unbelievable. Oh, God. I can see it. Dominic said in the chat, Ben's already over it.
I saw it yesterday.
Wow, it was in
and I
tears.
predicted Ben's reaction.
How do I say this without sounding like a complete monster?
You can't.
You can't, but you're going to do it.
Cody, you did that yourself. Congratulations. I mean, is that butterfly going to go with him to Toronto? Will find its way inside Rogers Center as well, or does his mom not care enough to make it to the big leagues with him as well? Your mom's always with you, Cody, because apparently she was a really good mom. You don't need a butterfly around to remember your mother. She was a good mom.
You don't
loved
watch
her.
that and you're not moved at all. I was weeping when I saw that last night.
Me too. I thought it was incredible.
And then in my head, my internal monologue switches over to Ben, and he goes, "Well, butterflies
they fly around. I mean,
they like grass. It's totally normal for a butterfly to be there." And
he's so predictable.
We're sure it wasn't a big moth.
Does your mom not care enough to accompany you to Toronto?
I hope she does. I hope she's there. I'll be looking for that butterfly at every Cody Ponce start.
You 100% have to get a white butterfly tattoo, right? Like 1,000% have to get one.
Probably going that week.
Yeah, your Benside Manor. That is absolutely brilliant. JZA.com. Benside Manor is a great new bit. Write that down for something. We can use it somehow. You've got quite the Benside Manor. You don't think that's beautiful? You know, in the part of Korean lore that, you know, your relatives are with you.
As I said, I think she's with him all the time. You don't have to wait for a butterfly to show up to feel like you've got her love and support. Is that not a reasonable take from me?
She was there.
Isn't she
flew
always
by.
there?
She flew by though. She said, "I'm here. Like you're going to be okay. You'll get this record. I'm here. I'm right here. I'm right here with you." You don't believe in
all
signs.
I'm saying is yes. I really don't. We don't have to wait for signs to feel the
I don't know.
love
He wasn't
around
waiting
us.
for a
He
sign.
wasn't waiting,
though,
it just
but
happened.
he acknowledged the sign when he experienced it.
Gives me chills. I guess Paulie and I are just old simpleton romantics at heart. And
Fine. Let's don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
Maybe I'm a monster.
You are unreal. Trying to think about. I thought of a good job for you that you should have done. You should have been a defense attorney.
Yes.
Like,
actually, that
take
was
the emotion
kind of
out of
where
it.
I
Like,
was.
yeah,
I was
I think
kind of
we've talked
heading in
about
my
this.
life. Yeah.
But not a prosecutor. I would have been a good prosecutor. I would have worked for peanuts to try to bring justice. And there would have been you. Like, that guy just killed like 9 people. Ben's like, all right, I'll take your case. I'm in. I'm in.
It's an intellectual challenge.
And you would have gone home at night, cracked open a beer.
Someone does have to do it.
And slept like a baby.
Someone has to do that job.
But you have to have a certain.
Our legal system would not function
Correct.
if all
100%.
we had were prosecutors and there were no defense attorneys out there.
Correct. You have to have it. And
someone has to do that job.
I respect that people can do it, but you wouldn't lose a wink of sleep defending a serial killer. Not even a
doing
wink.
my job to the best of my ability.
Correct.
No, I would not lose any sleep doing that.
Not a bit.
Right.
Even if you got him off. I did my job.
That's what I'm supposed to try to do.
Unbelievable.
I wouldn't do it unethically. I would be
exactly.
very ethical.
Very
about it.
ethical, 100%. But I thought about it the other day. I said, "Oh, he could do this. He could do that." Wouldn't even think twice.
I can see it.
I'll take your case.
I apologize. I feel bad. Like Rosalie, she's very mad at me
No
It
issue.
says if you're a monster. I don't know if you've lost a parent. I have. The signs are what
Signs
keep
are
you
real.
going.
What keeps
I'm
you?
not trying to take that away from you, but I promise you, Rosalie, your parents are with you.
Yeah.
That they are always with you because they are who you are.
They're part of you.
They formed you. And fortunately, I have not lost my parents, but one day, if and when I do, I will know that they will always be with me. You can never take that away from me. Whether I have a special sign or not, it's not going to change
But, like-
that for me. I will always have them.
But like, God forbid, like something happens to your father, and like the next time you get in the car, you turn on the radio and it's his favorite song. Like you wouldn't
Wouldn't
give you
get chills?
chills?
Or would you just have a pleasant memory?
I would just have a pleasant memory because
Fair. There's people- that's
obviously
fine.
those songs, it's going to come on at some point. Sometimes I will hear it, sometimes I won't.
Is it Sultans of Swing?
I honestly couldn't tell you what my dad's favorite song was.
As I said it, I go, "What is?"
No clue.
Can you name?
Steve's favorite
Can you
song?
name
No clue.
one band that your dad likes?
No.
No, of course. What about your mom?
She loves the Rolling Stones. I know
Oh,
that.
All
I
right,
love that
there you
about
go.
her.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, Blue Moon, perhaps. You get in the car and Blue Moon's playing. You think of your dad.
She listened to a lot of Linda Ronstadt when I was little. I remember that.
I can see it. She looks like Linda Ronstadt a little bit.
Yeah.
She's got that vibe.
But honestly, I don't even remember ever music being on in the car with my dad.
But you also didn't
Sports
even,
talk radio.
you didn't even remember that you had a sister like 3 weeks ago. So give him a little
Also-
grace, guys. Give him
True.
some grace.
But I now know she will always be with me no matter what.
correct.
All right, I don't have a sister. We will come back.
But you do. You have her. I've met her. Maggie. She's wonderful.
I don't have a sister.
You do.
She's great. She's fantastic. We'll come back to action for your San Diego State Aztecs. And by the way, they have one of the weirdest weeks any college basketball team has ever had. I'll explain why coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
It in our YouTube chat.
Yeah, you are. For good reason.
I don't know about that. Again, like I said, I do believe in real love and caring. I just don't necessarily believe in magic signs about it.
Okay.
No joy in my life.
I believe in love.
Isn't that the most important thing?
and
Like,
caring?
yeah.
It's a cool story, I thought. I've lost friends. I've lost grandparents and things like that. I haven't lost anyone of major significance yet. Parents, significant others, things like that. That to me with his mom, like that's when it comes to like moms and their sons, it just gets me right in the heart every single time. And my wife is she's definitely a believer. So her dad passed away from brain cancer also. So anytime she sees a hawk, every time she's like, "Look, guys, Poppy." My kids, "Oh, hi, Poppy." Like it's a cool moment for us. But it's weird because
hawks do fly.
Hawk, you will see a hawk from time to time, but just weird. Again, coincidences, whatever. Bo's very first Little League game, boom, massive hawk flying over the field. I'm like, I'll never forget it. It gives me goosebumps thinking about, big moments, things like that. So I am a believer in that. Also, I do think that there is a psychological thing that makes you feel better about it.
Sure,
I think that's a big part of it. And I think if anybody wants to use that,
and what
to feel
I
better,
am telling you is that it's okay to feel better about it, even if you don't happen to see that sign.
Yeah.
I don't want people to lose hope because they're looking for signs that they, for some reason, whatever, don't see. If Hannah doesn't see a hawk for a few months, her dad hasn't forsaken her.
No, for sure.
If Cody Ponce doesn't see a butterfly for a while, his mom still is there with him and loves him. That's That's the point I'm trying to make. It doesn't go away when the signs aren't there.
It's really too bad that we didn't sign Cody Ponce because that spring training, that would have been fun. Hey, Cody, here's our friend Ben.
Do you remember doing this podcast like 4 months ago?
I love it. Well, hey man, listen. Be you, dude. Don't change for anybody. Don't change who you are. Be you. That's why we love you.
Thank you.
Faults and all.
All right, we got to check traffic.
Cold, dead heart and all.
Weird, very weird week for San Diego State basketball starting tonight. Get into that quickly next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Jam-packed on the 94 eastbound at Euclid Avenue. 2 left lanes are blocked with a crash. Delays go all the way back to 47th Avenue, and then a stall slows you down northbound on the 805 at Parkway. It's in the center divider, and the exit ramp is still closed with an accident investigation northbound on the 163 at Quinn Street. Whether you're dashing through San Diego or heading out of town, make sure your car's in the game. Friendly techs at Valvoline Instant Oil Change will check your lights, wipers, tire pressure, battery, and more with every oil change. Grab holiday savings now at SoCalOilChange.com. I'm Sue Alder with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Don't forget to listen. Coming up at 9 o'clock, we'll have our biggest fan announcement for the day. If you hear your name called, you'll have 10 minutes to call us back. Qualify for the night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all of the fans. Staff catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest-fan.
Chue Young 6. Ben just invented grief-splaining, which is just the greatest. Grief-splaining. Oh, you guys are so clever in there, man. So clever in the chat. I appreciate it so much because you guys have such killer lines. I try to give you credit. I don't always. I stole one earlier. I apologize. Passed it off as my own. I didn't mean to. I was just in a hurry, and it was such a good good point. I wanted.
Oh
to
yeah, we do all the time.
All the time.
But remember, we love you when we see that.
Oh, it's elite.
Sometimes you'll see a comment just as you're like kind of moving your head almost, and it's like subconsciously that it plants a little seed, and then 10 minutes later you'll be like, oh yeah.
And by the way,
spew that talking point.
Really clever people out there.
You guys are good.
That's great.
All right, so weird couple of games here for San Diego State because they are tonight taking on metrically one of the worst teams in college basketball. Air Force has a net ranking in the 300s. 300s means there's 300 or more college basketball teams better than Air Force. And by the way, and Mark Ziegler wrote about it. He was asking some questions yesterday of Brian Dutcher. Everyone kind of feels bad for Air Force because in the new reality of college athletics, Air Force has no chance. They cannot accept any transfers from the transfer portal.
Oh.
They cannot pay any NIL money to any of their players, but they can lose players to the transfer portal.
Really?
And they can lose players that want to go get NIL money. In the first 2 years, if you don't like it, you move, you go on. So they get a good player, a freshman, another school comes offering big NIL money, they can transfer out. They can't take anyone in. So their team is mostly freshmen with a couple of sophomores.
For love of the
every
game.
single year.
Right.
Until something changes.
I had no other option. I got to go here, and maybe I can parlay this into some NIL money.
It's incredibly unfair. So obviously it's a game that San Diego State expected to win, needs to win big tonight against Air Force. And then on Saturday, they play the team that is ranked number 4 in the net and number 1 in the AP rankings, Arizona. The absolute opposite scenario. Arizona, that can pay pretty much whatever they want for their basketball players. They have a actually fairly young team, but spectacular start to the season. They have taken on all comers. They've won on the road. They've won neutral sites. They've beaten ranked opponents. They've beaten the last 3 national champions. They have done everything so far this year. I mean, how good do you have to be for people to vote you ahead of Michigan, considering what Michigan has done? That's how good Arizona has been this year. So you've got one of the worst teams in college basketball, followed by one of the, if not the best team in college basketball.
Just does nothing for you. Does nothing for you.
And yeah, Nick points out in the chat, Air Force took San Diego State to overtime last season. You take them lightly, and they're not. They're saying, we can't really look ahead to Arizona because we need to take care of business. Against Air Force, you can't afford any slip-ups the rest of the way, especially in Mountain West Conference play.
KG the Elephant says, would you would you lose to Air Force and would you want to lose to Air Force and beat Arizona? Does that do anything for you?
That probably hurts you more than it helps you.
No, I think beating Arizona is better. You already have a bad loss.
You
to
have a
Troy.
bad loss to Troy.
A second bad loss is really
Conference.
bad, but a big win is something the Aztecs have nothing of. They have 0 quad one wins right now.
Wow.
And so they
You take
need
the
one.
quad
They
one
need
win.
one of those on their resume. I think you take the hit.
I think if they lose to Air Force, any shot at an at-large is gone. 100% gone.
I don't know. Just if you beat Arizona, everyone would go, well, if they can beat Arizona, they belong in the NCAA
They
tournament.
need to crush Air Force tonight.
Yes, and then beat Arizona.
Keep it within 10.
What's the line tonight?
Like 25
and a half.
5 and a half. Yeah, it's not expected to be a good game at all. Which means if it is, that's a problem for San Diego State. Never fun to go into a game where you go, yeah, we're up 20 in the second half and we're not doing enough right now.
Yeah, they're gonna lose tonight and win on Saturday now.
That would be amazing.
It's impossible. I think
They're gonna lose.
impossible.
We're gonna come in tomorrow and be like, oh, the season's over.
It's impossible.
Impossible, he says.
I just don't. I don't think they could lose and win. If they lose tonight, it's
dire.
Absolutely. All right, we'll come back. Second half of Ben and Woods next on the Fan.
All right, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor and news anchor. You're anchoring again.
I am.
Tonight?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What's the times? 4, 6,
5, 6, 7, 11.
Man. Busy week for you.
It has turned into a very busy week. Yeah.
Tomorrow should be a fun show, though. Here. Easy.
Fun.
Lot of stuff.
The urine review.
Yeah, the urine review. I like how you've committed to the urine review.
Clever.
By the way, it's very clever.
Clever.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, you're our trooper. You're also a bit of a masochist or a sadist. Which one? Masochist. Yeah. You like the pain.
I don't like inflicting pain.
No, but you like getting it.
I'll take it. Though,
yeah,
sometimes.
the high heel.
Not actually physical pain.
The high heel in your chest, and the cigarette butts put out on you by your various bosses and coworkers.
It's more the mental pain that I take.
Yes, the mental anguish.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry you have to do that.
No, I enjoy everything I do.
Sure.
Sometimes I wish there wasn't so much of it all the
Right,
time.
just
but
like drinking from a fire hose.
it is a little, but I do enjoy everything I do.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a good time.
Yeah. Got some news. You want some news?
Oh, we have news?
San Diego Padres.
Oh,
news.
come on.
I mean, it's not unexpected or earth-shattering, but just now from the San Diego Padres, they officially announced their 2026 coaching staff.
There you go.
Did not wait until February, as I speculated. They got it done a little bit earlier this year.
Where Ben was wrong.
Shall I start with
we won't
the
hear about that,
manager?
though.
No.
The manager of the San Diego Padres this year. Any guesses?
Craig Stammen.
Craig Stammen. That is
Wait.
correct.
What happened to Schultz? What?
Yeah, I think most of these names have been reported, but they are all officially
Ruben
listed
coming back?
now.
Ruben is
Yes,
back.
and
Oh,
I'm
thank
glad you
God.
asked. Pitching coach / associate manager Ruben Niebla. That's a new title, a little promotion. We'd also heard that was in the works, but it is official. Ruben Niebla is your new associate manager of the San Diego Padres and will continue on in his role as pitching coach.
Please tell me Victor Rodriguez is coming back.
Ooh.
He is not. He is not. The new hitting coach, Steven Sousa Jr., as was reported earlier, new third base coach, Bob Henley.
Don Henley.
Bob Henley.
Oh,
he's
Bob
not
Henley.
he's not an Eagle. He is a Padre now, and he is the third base coach, replacing Tim Leeper. Assistant hitting coach, Mike McCoy. He is a returning coach, was already with the Padres and in the organization. Hitting instructor, Raul Padron. Don't know much about Raul Padron.
Nope.
Infield coach, Nick Punto, who we heard from some last year and, became part of the Padres staff, was brought in. Kevin Plawecki is the catching coach, former Major League catcher. Returning Alberto Andrade as the bullpen catcher and coaching assistant. Randy Knorr is your new bench coach, formerly with the Washington Nationals. Craig Stammen knew him and was coached by him there. Ben Fritz, our friend Ben, returns as bullpen coach with what we have heard is a state-of-the-art new salary as well. Got a raise to stick around with the San Diego Padres. Is probably now one of the better-paid bullpen coaches in baseball. Congratulations to Ben Fritz. David Macias returns as first base coach. He's also the outfield and base running instructor. Pat O'Sullivan is on as an assistant hitting coach. Vinny Lopez is your field coordinator, outfield and base running instructor. Ryan Goings is your infield instructor. Pete Somerville returns as game planning and pitching strategist. And Chris Apachechia is the coaching assistant pitching.
Well done.
And Alan Craig and AJ Ellis are also back as special assistants, both to the Major League staff and baseball operations. So there's your 2026 San Diego Padres coaching staff.
Andy Dufresne, who's the new body language coach? Well, that's all of you guys. don't forget, that's they farmed that out to the tier ones and all the people on Facebook, Padres Facebook. Really, Padres Facebook, excellent body language analysts. From I'm not on Facebook, but a lot of people send me comments from Facebook. Please stop. By the way, I don't want to see them, but they send them anyway. A lot of expert analysts of body language.
I think given our preferences, and we are incredibly biased because we like them both, but They brought back the two that we really wanted to have come back.
The
and
ones
that's Ruben and Ben Fritz.
The ones I was sweating.
Yeah.
I was sweating both of them leaving, and to have those two incredible human beings, not just great at their job, but incredible people. Very happy I get to see them around the ballpark because they're just amazing. Both of them, just the best human beings you could ever hope to meet.
And as for everybody else, cross your fingers and hope for the best going forward.
Yeah.
But we'll see how they do in spring training and create a new environment under Craig Stammen.
As exciting as that announcement,
yeah.
I would still like to add some players to the major league roster.
That's probably why.
It's just whatever.
It's still lacking just a little bit.
Just a little.
A lot
bit.
of these guys aren't that far removed from being players.
It's true.
If you really were pressed into it, Craig Stammen could probably throw a couple of innings.
Plawecki could get behind the dish.
Yeah, Nick Punto could probably play a little infield.
Ryan Goins could play some second base.
Steven Souza could be a DH for you if you needed it. So, yeah, I mean, that's the trend in Major League Baseball. A lot of coaches are younger nowadays, much closer to their playing careers. When we were growing up, coaches were a bunch of old dudes, it seemed like, in the dugout, old and older, with white hair and big midsections.
Yeah.
And that's just what you pictured as a major league manager. You picture guys like Dick Williams and Tommy Lasorda. And
I was thinking about our buddy Brett Boone the other day.
Yeah.
And how he actually kind of turned things around a little bit in Texas when he took over the hitting coach position. And then when Bochy leaves, Skip takes over, brings in his crew. I'm like, wonder if Boone's going to keep trying to coach or if he's going to go back to just hanging out here in San Diego.
Yeah, I texted with him, and he told me a little bit about what went down, but I think that was such a one-off. But I do want to let's try to get him on at some point in the new year, talk to him about what his plans are, because we love Booney. I'm assuming he'll be at fantasy camp. I'll text him and ask him.
I wonder if it was always his plan just to fill in for the rest of the season. It was such a surprise to him. Remember when we talked to him?
Yeah,
it was
Michael Young was like, "Hey,
wasn't looking for
do
this," and okay, but he may not have ever intended for it to be a multi-year position. Like, I'll give you the next 2.5 months and see if I can help out, but I'm not really planning on doing this forever.
Like alternate universe, Bochy stays the manager there. Is Booney coming back? I don't know.
David J., who I trust, he knows a lot about a lot, but he says Raul Padron is great with working with hitters. That's good. It's what we need.
Yeah, I hope they're not hiring a lot of bad coaches.
Yeah.
Do you think at the major league level, you've gotten to this point, you've done something right on several levels before you get to be a coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you're Craig Stammen and it's your first job, and just go ahead and
here's the big chair.
Yeah, here's the big chair.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. But again, would love to see some moves. Some, get to moving and shaking.
We're running out of time for us.
10:05 on Friday.
We're running out of time for us. Yeah, it's selfishly for us. It would be nice to have a couple of deals you could look at and bite down on.
Because we agree that if it doesn't happen this week, might as well just wait until January.
Well, for our sakes.
For our sakes, to come back and make a bunch of moves. So we'll have a lot to talk about.
Is there any way?
I know it's Christmas Eve, but
we just added Tyler
we've got a
Anderson.
5-WAR pitcher that we signed.
Yeah.
Can you come talk about it?
Yeah, some major league signings would be nice. I think we can all get behind that. And that's it for us. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
No, it's not.
We're
not done yet. We actually still have more to get to. Including Take on Woods coming up in just a few minutes. This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Mission Fed. From first accounts to big life moments, Mission Fed can help. Saving shouldn't be stressful. Mission Fed makes it easier with great rates on savings, certificates, and ultra money market accounts. Grow your money the smart way. Check the latest rates and open an account at missionfed.com. Membership and account criteria apply. I should point out, since we were talking about San Diego State basketball in our last segment, congratulations to the UC San Diego Tritons. Won again last night on the road. Just over Loyola Marymount, but that was a team with a winning record. They didn't even shoot well, and they still won by 10. And the Tritons are now 10-1 with new coach Clint Allard, with a completely rehauled roster after losing pretty much every player to either graduation or the transfer portal. They are now 10-1, and by far the best team metrically in San Diego, far above San Diego State at this point. They've got 3 more non-conference games that they'll be favored to win, and should be 13-1 when they return to their last season of Big West play. Remember, just like the Aztecs, who are going to the Pac-12 at the end of this year, the Tritons are going to the WCC next year, and we'll be playing with St. Mary's and USD and San Francisco and Pacific and those schools in the WCC. Now, Gonzaga, of course, is coming to the Pac-12 with San Diego State and the other schools that are making the move to the Pac-12, so they won't be in that conference. But that's a move up for UC San Diego. And one of, I think, the biggest surprises in college basketball, because I fully expected, after losing their coach Eric Olin to New Mexico, and he's done a great job so far as well, that UC San Diego would take a big step backwards this year. And that has not been the case so far. They've played terrific basketball there at Lion Tree Arena.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congrats. How's USD doing?
Not too good. They're
not
like
great.
4-6, I think, under Steve Lavin. Have a lot of new players again, going with the transfer portal, international guys, and hasn't totally come together. They've had a couple of okay wins, but they're still picked near the bottom of the WCC again this year. Feel bad for them. I know they want to have some success, and I like Steve Lavin, but I think this is his third or fourth season and just hasn't been able to get the program turned around the way they kind of hoped it would.
That's very informative. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go to break.
Trying to fill in some time. Yeah, we do need to take a break, and we need a contestant for Take on Woods. You can call in right now, 833-288-0973. Play our musical trivia contest with a chance to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas. Get to that coming up next after a check of traffic with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
0466. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Looking for something to do this weekend? Make a trip down to 7 Mile Casino. The weekend brunch is voted the best in San Diego at Sammy's at 7 Mile. It's only available on Saturdays and Sundays, starting at 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. And then while you're there, you can check out our favorite, the best card room in all of San Diego County.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. 7 Mile Casino is there to serve you. And great food, friendly dealers, smoke-free environment, slot machine-free environment as well. It's a place for card players. If you love California-style blackjack, that's the spot for you. Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, and Baccarat as well.
Got high-limit tables. They take care of their high-limit players well. If you're looking for some no-limit Texas Hold'em, want to sit down with good dealers, comfortable chairs. That's always important to card players. You want to be comfortable. You can do that. You even get a 35% discount on all the food from Sammy's while you order, including the 24/7 players menu available at any hour of the day, whenever you're playing, coming off a night shift, you want to just relax for a couple of hours. 7 Mile Casino, great place to do it, and so easy to get to, right down the 5 freeway, Chula Vista, west side of the 5. Check it out today. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Fan brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety. In 2023, 1,355 people were killed in alcohol-related crashes throughout California. Driving under the influence of anything is dangerous, illegal, and has serious consequences. Don't be the I in DUI. Go safely, California. Bless his heart in the chat. Ruggy wants to know who won the NBA Cup. Well, we will find out in the Reindl Report coming up at 9 o'clock.
I've been salivating to talk about it.
No basketball fan in America knows the answer to that question. They will all be tuned in to the Reindl Report to find out who won last night's NBA Cup final, because we break big news here in the NBA, usually in the Reindl Report, in the final hour.
Yep.
Dying to know if it was the Knicks or the Spurs.
I can't wait to find out.
It's huge news.
It is.
You guys aren't going to believe this.
It's amazing they've kept it secret this long. They played the game last night.
I almost want to do it right now. I can't wait another 40 minutes.
No.
We have to wait?
Tease it.
That's Radio 101.
Tease it. Everyone has to wait to find out. We're the only ones in America with this news, and we will break it to you in about 50 minutes during the Reindl Report.
I can't wait.
But before that, let's play a little Take on Woods. Take on Woods is brought to you by Bay Alarm. Security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. This is the last Woods versus contestant Take on Woods of 2025. And somehow it just seems appropriate that our final contestant for the year is Guy. Hello, Guy.
Hey, good morning, fellas.
I could be wrong. You may have been our first contestant of the year in 2025 as well.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Well, let's go out on a winning. Let's go out on a winning note here. You'll have your 60 seconds for your 5 musical trivia questions against Woods. If you beat or tie him, we will put you in our last drawing. It is for the trip to Las Vegas to see New Kids on the Block at their residency at the Park MGM Dolby Live. 2 nights at the Park MGM and the $100 gas card. Get your tickets for New Kids at Ticketmaster.com. Here are the last category choices of the year, Guy. Legends of the Fall. 5 songs with fall in the title. Soul Searching, 5 songs and artists with soul in the name. And our new category, That's Not Very Nice, 5 songs with an insult in the title. So, Legends of the Fall, no Soul Searching, or That's Not Very Nice. What would you like to play to wrap it up here, Guy?
Let's try Legends of the Fall, please.
Legends of the Fall. All right, very simple. 5 song titles that all include the word fall. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. You can always pass. We'll come back to it if there's time remaining. You go first. Woods goes second. You know, the 2-second song starts. You know how it works. Guy, you've probably played this game more than anyone else in the game's history. So let's get to it. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category again, Legends of the Fall. Guy, your time begins when Paul plays our music. Good luck. Let's take on Woods.
Free Fallin', Tom Petty.
Of course. TLC advised not to go chasing what in a 1995 hit
Waterfall.
song? Correct. Topping the charts in 1961, which country classic became a crossover hit and signature song for Patsy Cline?
Pass.
Adele lent her voice for the theme song to which 2012 James Bond movie?
Skyfall.
Correct. Joe Nichols recorded which comical 2005 country hit about how a girl drinking margaritas at the Holiday Inn loses everything from her earrings to her jacket to her pantyhose?
Tequila makes your clothes fall off.
That is correct. Topping the charts in 1961, which country classic became a crossover hit and signature song for Patsy Cline?
I Fall to Pieces.
That is a great way to end the year, Guy, because you just went 5 for 5 and you qualified for Las Vegas. And my guess is with a country song by Joe Nichols in there, you also are going to get the win against Woods. Yeah. We'll see. He surprises me sometimes. Oh, Woods.
How you doing?
Last game of the year, and you're going up against Guy.
It's not the last game of the year.
Last game against a tier 1, though, contestant.
All right.
All right, so you don't get the category.
Guy's
Same
a
60
beast.
seconds. I know. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Guy.
Free Fallin', Tom Petty.
Correct. TLC advised not to go chasing what in a
Waterfall.
Correct. Topping the charts in 1961, which country classic became a crossover hit and signature song for Patsy Cline?
I Fall to Pieces.
Correct. Adele lent her voice for the theme song to which 2012 James Bond movie?
Skyfall.
Correct.
Ooh.
Joe Nichols recorded which comical 2005 country hit about how a girl drinking margaritas at the Holiday Inn loses everything from her earrings to her jacket to her pantyhose?
You need this one.
I believe it. F. I don't know.
Joe Nichols.
I never heard of Joe Nichols.
2005. A girl drinking margarita. You know that one?
Fall of my taint.
Tequila makes her clothes fall off. And that
Say
means
Say that.
and that means, Guy, you have won the final game of the year,
Damn it.
5-4 over Woods.
It's not
A
brain freeze.
well-played-
I've never heard of
No.
that.
I thought that one would be tough for you. It's a
I've
funny
never
song.
heard of it.
I've heard that song. It's maybe the worst song I've ever heard.
It's such
really.
Paulie, that's such a bold statement.
I'll
with
play
some of
for
the
you during
other
the
ones
break.
out there.
All right, yeah, well, you can listen to it during the break.
I bet
and
it
just-
sounds like tequila makes her clothes fall off.
I think
something
it-
like
I
that.
almost
remember-
exactly right.
I remember it being worse though.
Clever lyrics. I will give him that. They're funny and clever lyrics.
Hate losing the last one.
Guy, well done.
Have fun at New Kids.
Now, you still have a chance to qualify for Las Vegas tomorrow with a little real or fake. We are going to play during our urine review.
Oh, we have a good
Yeah.
one for you too.
Yes.
If you're going to roll with what we
I like that
suggested
idea.
earlier,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
please you have to.
We'll have a fun final real or fake of the year.
Speaking of bad country,
And then Sunday or Friday, and I believe it'll be the same time, John Flint's going to come in our 8 o'clock hour, and we'll have our Bobby Cressy live 2-second songs and everything that we did last year with a
that like
complete
a
rematch.
3-rounder.
3 rounds. Yeah, that's the plan.
Man,
I'm coming up with the first
Escalating
2
points
and then
and stuff. Oh my
escalating points,
God, it's a
buzzers. Do we have the
nightmare.
buzzers still, Paulie, somewhere? Yeah. Make sure they have batteries in the buzzers. Got to call in and everything. So that'll be fun to Did he just say urine review?
Yeah.
No, I said urine review.
Yeah, urine review.
That's
our Bennett Woods.
one.
Urine review.
That's what we're calling it tomorrow.
Yeah, we thought year in review was kind of boring, so we needed to spice it up a little bit.
I'm gonna make the same joke. You can watch us on YouTube. You can stream us on the Odyssey app. You can listen in your radio,
Yeah.
in your car.
Yeah.
A lot of ways to consume.
All right, that's enough.
I stopped. I stopped myself.
I'm glad you did.
I stopped myself. I didn't.
Thank
That was
you.
not. I wasn't trying to be funny there.
Yeah, the recap of the year. That's pretty good. GB, you guys are clever, man.
Recap.
Wyatt Proctor. He's the one that coined it. Yes, in the chat. Thank you, sir. Also, Goldstream. You could also call it the Goldstream.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Can't
wait.
All right. Let's take a quick time out. When we come back, Guy, we'll get your information in for the trip to Las Vegas, of course, and then we can come back. And what's up next?
We'll party.
We'll party.
Yep.
We'll party when we get back here with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, I want to tell you about SDFatLoss.com. You've probably heard me talk about it 1,000 times at this point. I've been saying it for almost 3 years now. And good news, I'll be saying it again in 2026. I just found out we're going to continue to partner up with SDFatLoss.com and spread the message of healthy weight loss, resetting your metabolism, and dropping up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. I know tier ones who have lost even more than that. Thousands of pounds lost around San Diego just by following the simple strategies that your counselor will go through with you when you set up your free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. Eating real foods, normal stuff from the grocery store, no shakes or bars, no prepackaged meals, no injections, and no exercise. I know it sounds too good to be true. It's not. You are going to have to be somewhat disciplined and eat a little bit less. But when you see the weight coming off the scale every single day, I found it so easy to stick to the program. And then I was able to keep all the weight off now because I had reset my metabolism and I wasn't based on any fake things, nothing that, have to keep taking injections forever. This was real weight loss for me. You're next. SDFatLoss.com is the place to sign up. Do it now and get up to $400 off or more for their lowest prices of the year. You just have to sign up before December 31st and then start when you're ready at SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Going to accelerate our football threesome into Wednesday instead of Thursday, since we're going to be busy tomorrow with our year-end review. I will throw in some breaking football news here quickly. The Miami Dolphins, as was speculated yesterday, made it official today. They are benching Tua Tagovailoa for the remainder of the season in favor of rookie Quinn Ewers, who is going to be their new starting quarterback. It'll start this Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, the Miami Dolphins lost Monday Night Football to the Pittsburgh Steelers this week and were officially eliminated from playoff contention. I imagine this is going to spark a lot of discussion about Tua's future in Miami, but you were going through some numbers earlier.
It's crazy.
They're on the hook for a lot of money regardless with Tua, whether he's starting quarterback or not.
Benching a quarterback that you've signed to an extension is a big deal.
It is. And you know, you brought it up too, and we were talking about it, the fact that it may just be a combination of not having a great last game, looking a little bit out of sorts. Hell, I was watching it. He was hanging on to the ball. I mean, he was out of the pocket, could have just easily thrown the ball away. Didn't, took a sack, just wasn't there, man, and didn't have a good game. But they owe that man so much money. And you want to talk about the salary cap game, right? So
$54 million next year?
$54 million guaranteed to Tua in 2026. $54 million on March 15th. $3 million of his 27 salary becomes guaranteed.
So that's long before next season even starts. They're starting to guarantee money 2 seasons down the road.
Cutting him. Thanks for your services would leave $99 million in dead money. A post-June 1 cut would equal $67.4 million in dead money in 26 and $31.3 million in 27.
So he's not going anywhere soon. You can't absorb $99 million in.
He signed a 4-year, $212 million contract last year.
My God,
and
man.
they haven't even made it through year 2, and he's benched.
But is he benched because, I mean, they had won 4 in a row before losing to the Steelers. So they had started to turn things around this year. Is this the new reality of the NFL? Jaden Daniels is also being sat down for the rest of the Commanders season. Once you're eliminated,
sit.
Why do you play your starting quarterback?
Especially when they're
improve your draft position. Don't risk any serious injuries, and with Tua, don't risk any more concussions.
Yeah.
just keep him off the field and then reset in the offseason, and he's probably your starting quarterback next year unless
he definitely is.
Unless Quinn Ewers just goes and knocks your socks off, and how will you ever know unless you play your backup quarterbacks?
Yeah,
I don't know if it's great for fans, but I think you're going to see more and more backup quarterbacks in football games in the last month of the season for teams that are eliminated, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense to play your starter anymore.
It doesn't.
Unless he's like a developing younger starter
Right.
and you want to get him reps, play your backups, see what else you've got.
Is that a gamesmanship thing, though? Does that come into
I mean,
playing your best roster even when you're eliminated? Like, do you owe that to your fan
if you're
base?
playing
Or
against
the
another team in
opponents?
playoff contention
Yeah.
and you can impact
I don't know that
other teams' playoff chances.
It's a slippery
but
slope.
I don't know.
Yeah, we talk about it in baseball all the time. Down the stretch, you got the division wrapped up, or you're firmly in. It's like, there were games last year.
It
You're
doesn't
watching.
seem
That's
like
the
as
other-
big of a deal in
That's
baseball.
the other side of the spectrum, though. It's more like, should Paul Skeens pitch anymore after the Pirates are eliminated on
Right.
September 5th?
Right, exactly.
Because when you make the playoffs, bench everybody, rest everybody.
Yep.
You're resting for the postseason. We're talking about you've been eliminated
Yeah,
from
that's
the
different.
postseason. You should still play.
I think because the baseball season is so long, like at the end of the year when the Padres swept the Diamondbacks, who were out of it, they were playing a lot of nobodies that last series, and the Padres won those last 3 games. I don't think it really ended up mattering, but
Got him to 90.
In the NFL, you do that for 3 games, all of a sudden that's 20% of your season that you're just basically punting, to borrow a football metaphor for football, and not playing any of your better players. So, and the baseball equivalent would be, the last quarter of the last game, we bench our starters and we put no one would care if you did that. If you're the Miami Dolphins and you play Tua, and then the final game, the second half, you put in Quinn Ewers, everyone would go, whatever, fine.
Yeah, no big deal.
But that's the equivalent in baseball of like an entire series just playing nobodies, because, baseball season is 162 games versus just 17 games.
Man.
So we'll see. I mean, there's definitely some logic behind the decision to not play him anymore.
No question. He's been through it, man.
Mhm.
He has been through it. He's dozen concussions or something. I mean, it's probably the right move, and especially with all that money guaranteed to him.
Speaking of money, got some more breaking baseball news reporting just now that the Philadelphia Phillies have signed relief pitcher Brad Keller to a 2-year, $22 million deal.
Seems to be a common number right now. 2 for 22. Brad
two,
Keller.
2 for 40 or 2 for 22. So the cheaper guys are 11 million. The more expensive guys are 20. It's like almost every deal, it feels like, is either 20 million a year or 11 million a year right now.
That's more than I thought he would get, I think.
That's free agency for you.
Do they need... They would probably leave him in the pen, right?
He appeared in 68 games, 4-2 record, a 2.07 ERA.
Remember him in the postseason?
Yeah.
He was pretty dirty. I know there'd been talk about converting him. I think that was something we'd brought up as well, converting him to a starter. I think he's interested in that. So I don't know the depth of Philly's rotation right now, but they are possibly staring down the barrel of losing Ranger Suarez from their team. He's still a free agent. So again, it leads you as a Padres fan to go, okay, well, look how much teams are paying, how much they value guys that can pitch out of the bullpen that are effective. And think about what our position of strength is, the bullpen. And if you wanted to deal a guy, the asking price would be high, and it may get met.
It does feel like it's the same teams over and over. There's the active teams, and then there's everybody else. Like the Blue Jays, the Phillies, they've been somewhat active. But a lot of teams like the Padres haven't done a ton. I mean, you're talking about the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sonny Gray trade, but signing wise, just a lot of teams haven't done anything.
What big leaguer have we signed?
Kyle Hart.
Oh,
I believe he's the only one.
Oof.
And that was to pay him less than
to
we
pay
did
him
last
less
year.
than we did last year. That's why we did it.
Cool.
The rare free agent deal that saves you money.
Yes, it's true. So you got a good one.
Yeah.
If he makes less.
Yeah.
Our contract's coming up. I'm not taking less. I'll
Pay
tell
cut?
you that.
Yeah. Free agency pay cut?
It's not happening.
Definitely not the ideal if you're a free agent.
Yeah, AJ has a ton of value, as Mime says. He's got value with Morejon, Miller, Estrada. I mean, you can go. There's 5 names in the bullpen that have value. But
One other former Padre alert here. Martin Maldonado is joining the Atlanta Braves. as a special assistant for Major League Operations.
Hey, there you
according
go.
to The Athletic. Maldonado viewed as a future manager or coach. David O'Brien adds that while Maldonado can still play as a backup, the Braves aren't planning to use him in that capacity at this time.
It was the Adcock deal? Was that a big league for the Major League roster? It was, actually.
I think you're right.
So we are cooking. Adcock, Dyson, and Kyle Hart. Slaying.
But I believe both Dason and Adcock
Dason
are expected to be kind of those AAA,
the shuttle
type players. But they are major league deals, but obviously not necessarily 26 manners the entire year.
Do you think if AJ's listening, he's like, "Hey guys, I've signed 3 guys to the."
No. I think he's nodding.
He's agreeing with me.
No, AJ knows how to play in the deep end of the pool as well. He's been sticking well into the shallow end at this point, but he knows what the deep end looks like. He swims in there quite often.
So the rumor mill was churning with one team.
No, Adcock has no options left, according to David J. So I guess he won't be shuttling between AAA and Major League Baseball.
One of the rumor mill was churning that the surprise team has kind of poked its head up for Alex Bregman. Did you see who that was? The Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yes, I did.
I saw somebody on Twitter go, "Hey, could any other division try to add players at this point?" But yeah, that'd be a really nice get for them if that guy's willing to spend the money.
Ken Kendrick, their owner, he seems like he's driven some moves recently. He definitely drove the he approved the Corbin Burns deal. That didn't work out well for them. But the year before, was it Eduardo Rodriguez? Yeah, that was hurt.
Yeah, he said, that was my mistake.
He said, that was my mistake.
He's still there.
And he said, that was my mistake. I pushed to make sure we signed that guy. And now is he going to push for Alex Bregman at this point in the offseason? And you're the owner. You get to do that.
You get to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Change your mind, spend as much money
We know
as you
Peter
want.
Seidler pushed for a couple of
signings
when he was owner. That's part of the job as general manager. You also have to, take into consideration what your owner wants to do.
All right, more guys coming off the board in the big leagues to other teams, except for the San Diego Padres. But big year for Brad Keller. Jesse Rogers just tweeted, as he told us on the show yesterday, his velo jumped up. He was a spring invite for the Cubs, was closing by the end of the season. Big year nets him $22 million. My guess is that Philly is probably going to use him in some sort of swing capacity. Can pitch out of the pen, can spot start. Was not a great starter. But again, with the velo jump and maybe you only need him for a couple, 3 innings or whatever, decent pickup for them. $22 million for 2 years. Not
because they still have Duran back as the closer,
as
right?
The closer.
So they don't need a closer.
Man,
but they paid a lot for him at the deadline to the Twins. So he's locked in there.
Who did?
The Phillies.
They paid a lot for Durant.
Trade.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Keller still.
Yeah.
More guys off the board. Still waiting with bated breath. Ray J. Preller and ownership to decide to
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. Make some move.
I'll guess on Ben Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We'll check traffic.
Yeah, spin it.
And then we'll spin it next on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Jammed on the 805 northbound. On the connector road for the 15, there's a collision. Then further north, another crash right at Balboa Avenue. The eastbound has a collision at West Main Street, and then 2 left lanes are blocked on the 94 eastbound at Euclid Avenue with another crash. Whether you're dashing through San Diego or heading out of town, make sure your car's in the game. Friendly techs at Valvoline Instant Oil Change will check your lights, wipers, tire pressure, battery, and more with every oil change. Grab holiday savings now at SoCalOilChange.com. I'm Sue Alder with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, what do we got this time?
Technically, this is our second topic wheel spin because we started the show.
The first was a joke.
It was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek topic wheel spin.
Yeah, earlier we talked about toilet paper. How do you put it on the roll? Over the top or underneath? This one is, what is the most random thing in your wallet right now?
Yes, Ben.
Ooh.
Trojan
And I have no-
condom from
Well, I mean,
1995.
everything in here is a card of some sort. I don't have any like physical things in my wallet, but I'm sure there's a weird card.
I have this
I have something.
AirTag. You see this on a?
On a what is that? Like a
It's like a holder.
screen.
Well, no, because
Oh,
it
is it makes
slides
like a card so it
it's
fits
like a card. So I have an AirTag in here. So if you steal my wallet, I will catch you. We got Magnum in there.
All right, I've got a Win Rewards gaming card.
Ooh,
I did
from the casino.
I did stay. The last time I've been inside the Win, I believe, was for my 30th birthday.
30th.
Holy crap.
30th. You are 50 years old. You're 50. Give me the card.
No, it doesn't.
No,
expire.
give it to me.
It doesn't expire
Give
until
me
next
the card.
month, so
It's
it's
done.
good. But I can't remember going inside the Win in 20 years.
Dang, I found something in my wallet that I've had that's 16 years old, and I thought that was going to by far be the oldest. And Ben pulled something. Was it 20 years?
I mean,
30.
I don't remember going
Age
in
30?
the Win. I assume I
20
must have
years.
had
20
the card updated at some point, or they sent me one in the mail, because there's no way they issued a card 20 years ago that expires in January of 2026, right?
You only have them. Are you going to Vegas in the next month?
I might.
You're not.
Yeah, go visit Scott, my buddy. He lives in Henderson.
Before February 1st.
Yeah, it's possible. Yes,
All right, I'll give
absolutely.
it back to you then.
Thank you.
What
Jason,
else is in there?
Want to go for some high limit gaming?
I found from July of 2009. I still have my freshman San Diego State ID card.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, put that in
What's
there.
the picture look like?
faded and
Oh.
old, but
Can't even see it.
right here.
I took the best license photo I've ever taken this last time. Look at that. Don't I look mean?
You do. That's
That's
a,
mean.
it's a pretty good
It's not
license
bad.
photo.
The beard was flying. I look.
Not mean like a mug shot.
Oh,
Though.
I
just
just show
like,
my address.
Oh no. Well,
I was like,
Damn it.
moron.
Nobody go back and find it. Damn it, Paulie. Can you dump that? You can't, can you?
no.
Can't dump it
Now
from the
there
stream.
forever and ever.
I have my very
right?
first license too. I don't know why I didn't even know I still had that.
Finally took a good one. I should have covered my address there. I didn't. So look forward to having you guys over for a barbecue at some point.
I have a discount card from China Gourmet in Encinitas. When you reach a total of $50,
Give it to
enjoy
me.
a complimentary
Give it to
chef's
me.
lunch or $100 for a dinner entree. No, I'm over $100. I have
Give
a
it to
free
me.
dinner entree.
Are they still open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is both from this year, so I need to cash that in. I got a free entree at China Gourmet in Encinitas. Keeping that.
You
Moving
are
that to the front.
Such a hoarder. Look at yourself.
Why wouldn't you be a hoarder for a free entree? Yeah, good sweet and sour chicken goes for about $18-19 now. That's a valuable card, my friend.
You don't feel embarrassed walking in and handing that card over?
a little bit.
Because I do.
I've had this for 15 years. I was hoping to.
I've always, every time I get a gift card to a restaurant, it's a nice gesture, but I always feel embarrassed using it. I don't know why. It's just
Okay, so that's an interesting question.
I do feel embarrassed.
The businesses put those out because
I
they
know.
want you to use them, right? It
I
creates
guess.
brand loyalty. It gets you coming back.
But I think what they're really banking on is that you get it and lose it and don't ever spend it, and they just took the money and didn't have to do anything.
But wouldn't they be happier if you were a regular customer who was constantly using those cards and every 2 or 3 visits, yeah, you got a free little perk, but overall you're spending way more with their business.
Well, I'm
because
just
you're
talking
using
about
those.
like if you gave me a gift card to Ruth's Chris for $100 and I took my family out to dinner and I sat down, and then when the bill comes, I just feel weird about taking hey, put that on, I don't know.
Gift card. I mean, that's
a
just
gift card.
cash. That's just their cash. They've already taken the $100.
Yeah, I know.
They owe you $100 at that point.
Of course, but I just feel weird about doing it.
You shouldn't.
And I really did when I was like single and dating. That
Well,
was like
okay.
a hard no.
Hmm.
Like, hey, I've got some trade from the how much trade? Adam Klug's been married to his wife for a while. They've got family. How many meals has she eaten on radio trade is something I would want to know over the years.
I would guess over 50% of their like out of the home in
meals.
a restaurant meal.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say $50,000 worth. I would have said, yeah, that's probably close. like, hey, I've got this to Cheddar's. Here, let's use this. I don't even know if they have Cheddar's here. I got this to Chili's. She's like, oh, cool. Chili.
Anniversary. Hey, Baja Rick's
Yeah.
has some trade.
Would you ever take the gift card like to the waitress secretly, the server beforehand?
I have.
Apply this before you bring the check because I don't want to pull it out at the end of the meal.
I have walked by and been like, oh, just so you know, I'm going to use this for part of it. So, and then you're supposed to tip on the total, not
Of course.
not what
Of
the deal
course,
is. I think that's
yes.
where they feel
Not
like
a monster.
they may get screwed.
I mean, I am a monster, but not in that way.
I need Adam here. Is he not at work yet?
I haven't
It's
seen
almost
him.
9:00. I
haven't
need
seen
to
him.
know how many meals he and his wife have eaten on Radio Trade in the last 20 years.
All right. Biggest fan announcement and the Rondo Report is coming up. We will finally find out who won the NBA Cup last night. Nobody knows until Paulie tells us. Coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, this is about to expire, Adam. Adam Klug, our boss, has joined us, and he was also doing a wallet autopsy, and and pulled out a
forensic analysis.
Yeah, forensic analysis of a card that you can use. You buy it to support like your daughter's softball team, right?
Correct.
$15 is what it costs you. But you get a free sandwich. And there's this. I literally just tried to open it with my fingers. It's a card. Like I tried to do it.
It's not
on my
digital.
phone. It's not digital. I can't read it. It's this tiniest print ever. Free sandwich at Mickey D's. Free small coffee at Wendy's. $1 off Jersey Mike's. 50% off of fries at the kebab shop.
But I brought it out to say there's no. You would feel embarrassed using that.
Oh, I would never use this. I'd spend the $15 to support the program, but I would just throw the card away.
Now, do you get all of those things? Do you get them just once? Do they like tick them off once?
No,
you
I
use
think
I can
them,
come in here
or-
anytime I want. I don't want to get dirty looks.
Anytime, yeah, anytime he wants to use it, he can. But back to
I think
my
there's a limit of like once per day.
oh, is it once per day? I would hope so. Can I get 2 more free tacos, please? Jack in the Box, just sit there all day. Adam Klug, our boss, joins us. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're good. Now you've been in the radio business a long time. Back
Yes.
at ESPN, back at the mothership, the whole thing. You've been around the block a time or two in the
That's
radio
correct.
biz. And
That's
as you know, radio is famous for its trade. They have trade. They'll trade
Not so much at the networks, by the way.
at the networks.
National,
No,
when I was at
Yeah.
CBS and ESPN.
yeah,
More of a local
but
thing.
more of a local thing. Like, hey, you give us some trade to your restaurant, we'll give you some mentions. I can't do that. I would get arrested by the Plugola police. Like if I came in and said, "Hey guys, I negotiated a deal at the Italian restaurant down the street. All we have to do is shout out, Geno's, and they're going to give us all the pizza we want." So I can't do it. For some reason, management can. They can go in and negotiate those deals.
Right. I'm not
in
going to
radio?
say where our Odyssey holiday party is or when it is, but if you've been listening to ads on our station, you could probably
You could
guess.
probably
There
guess
I
what
did
it
at
is.
least.
And
Yeah.
where we're going to have it.
And isn't that funny? The manager can go in and negotiate these deals, but the talent can't go in and do that. It's very odd. So over the years, though, you and your missus, how much trade have you used? And you don't feel bad at all about busting out a gift certificate, do you?
Why would I feel bad?
I don't know. Not embarrassed.
It's to be used. That's the purpose of it.
No.
But-
How much round table have you and your family eaten in the last 2 years?
Outside of what's hurt here,
Yeah.
0.
we only get the round table during the round tables.
Yeah, but we
There's
don't
no
need it all.
bonus round tables.
Well,
I
okay.
don't.
Well,
we don't trade around table.
You
and
take some home, right?
if there's some left over, I might take some home, but not every week. Not every week. Let the sales staff, the vultures, go get it first, right?
Yeah, good luck getting it. Good luck getting it.
I
if those
will
guys
say,
are
to
out.
answer your question directly, way less than you guys think. I know you like to make fun of me, but 10 meals, maybe 5-10 meals over the last 20 years.
I don't believe you.
Adam and I share a lot of traits.
Lots of
and
trades.
I will
It's like
use,
working with my 2 dads.
I will use a gift card, but I will feel at least a little
Little
bit
shame.
of a shame and hesitancy about breaking it out. It's like, all right, just
Yeah.
get this done, get this. But I also feel satisfied that I got my use out of it and got my value for it. It was
Now, are you talking gift cards or are you talking about the loyalty cards that you're talking about, the Chinese
both
thing?
But I think the loyalty cards. I
There's
think
no
they're
reason to feel
excited
bad
for
about
you.
a gift card.
I don't think there's any reason to feel bad about a loyalty card. I
You
think they're
just said you feel-
excited.
you just
no,
said you
gift
feel bad.
cards like at a restaurant, like
Like a nice restaurant.
yeah. I don't like the idea of them thinking, oh, but he couldn't afford it here otherwise if he didn't.
That's
have the
why
gift
he's
card.
here tonight, because some other guy.
someone gave him a gift card. Otherwise, he wouldn't be here without it.
My view is I don't care. I'm never going to see this person again for the rest of my
You
life.
love that bit. You love the I'm never going to see this person again.
It's the
bit.
truth.
You have no shame in the moment.
You've known me for a while now. Do you
It's
think I
true.
have shame?
I
in
know.
this?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the one who goes to Vegas for free, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
That's
one of
right.
those on
Sits
family
through
vacation,
the,
sits
the
through the
timeshare seminar and
Just wears it.
not going to see those people again. Just enjoy your vacation.
I wish I had more of that in me, man. I wish
Do
I
you?
do. I do. I wish I had more of it in me. I care too much about what people think. And yeah, that's a good call. I do get one for Lose every Christmas, Lose Records, and I burn through that.
Interesting to hear you say that you care what other people say, because I kind of view you as someone who doesn't care what other people
Oh,
no.
no.
Would
Do you know me at all?
Have you ever
Absolutely
met him?
cares
Do you know me
about-
at all?
say. In certain
Kidding me?
arenas.
Oh,
Me and Ben beg to differ.
it's my fatal flaw. My fatal flaw. The art of not giving an F is not one that I've mastered. So
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Fair
I'm
enough.
better now than I used to be. I'll tell you that.
Adam's here, so I better do my job, and that is announce our biggest fan
Oh,
name
yes.
of the morning. gives you a chance to win a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game, unless you feel like you're too embarrassed to use the free prize next
Don't
season.
cash in the suite.
With 20 tickets and, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean cuisine, but you might feel a little uncomfortable about it. Still,
I bet you won't.
If I call your name, you're going to have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973. And today's biggest fan is Alyssa Joe from San Diego. Alyssa Joe, you are on the clock, 833-288-0973. Call in now, qualify for our grand prize drawing, and get your name in if you haven't yet. Still a few more days to call names out at 973thefan, SD.com/biggest fan. Rhino reports?
Yes.
Let's do it. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Rhino Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Last round of report for the year?
Yeah. Last
Yeah,
one.
Make it a banger.
Last one. Well,
Make it a
we
banger.
got the NBA Cup to talk
Please.
about. What are you?
We're dying to know who won.
All right. After 3 hours and 5 minutes of anticipation, the 2025 NBA Cup champions are the New York Knicks.
Yeah,
Spike is
Congratulations.
losing his mind right now. Congratulations to the New York Knicks.
Actually, I saw a funny video this morning. Said New York Knicks win the NBA Cup, and the scene outside of Madison Square Garden is crazy, and it was as dead as can be. There was just a guy walking his dog.
Because they're playing in Vegas.
They were in Vegas.
I
yeah,
saw some
neutral
AI
side.
headline that said, Knicks finally win championship after 51 years.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I actually did do a little bit of kind of digging into the NBA Cup. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. It didn't make any sense to any of us. So I texted a buddy who's much more of an NBA fan. He's also a Knicks fan. So he was a little bit not happy with me when I said after they won, I go, hey, this is stupid, right? Essentially. And he goes, oh, they've been doing this for like 3 years and then the Knicks win. And now you're like, hey, what is this stupid NBA Cup? I'm like, I understand it looks bad. I go, like, because I saw the Athletic posted the Knicks win their first trophy since 1973.
Yep.
And I sent it to him and I go, this sounds stupid to me. I know it's new, the NBA Cup. I go, this sounds dumb. I was like, is this really how you feel as a Knicks fan? Like, we finally got our first trophy in 50 years. He goes, not even a little bit. No. But he goes, I do think it's good for the players. They like it. They all seem to be in on it.
Yeah.
They get a $500,000 bonus for winning, which, for some of those rookies on the team that
Yeah,
are
man,
making
that's
like
a
$1
lot of
million. I mean, take what you make in a year, you listening, cut it in half, and then ask yourself, would you try a little bit harder for that kind of a bonus? I think we all would.
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
I was like, okay, I don't know enough. I don't follow professional soccer much at all, but he was telling me, he goes, it's a lot like European soccer. They do these
tourneys.
early season tournaments and they, guys will play on different teams and stuff. And I go, okay, that's making a little bit more sense. I think in college basketball, the NIL tournament in Vegas every year now, that's $1 million prize for your team. I go, I think that's something to look forward to and even appreciate your team winning. Whereas, like, if San Diego State's in the Maui Invitational in November, I want them to win those games, but I don't care if they better not have a banner that says Maui Invitational Champions.
Yeah.
I think my buddy ended up kind of putting it pretty simple to me, and it made a little bit more sense with the NBA Cup because they're trying to build something. It's going to look stupid for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And maybe in 10 years, it is worth something, and nobody even thinks about it anymore. But right now, it's still kind of weird.
Yeah, the early stages. Did you see, though, after the game, sad, Victor Wembanyama came to the podium to answer questions, and he got his first question, and he immediately kind of started breaking up and said, I lost someone important to me, and kind of walked off. And we found out later that his grandmother had passed away in France, and he played the game anyway, but obviously with a very heavy heart and was upset about it. And that was tough that happened.
Why would he have a heavy heart? People die every day.
Well,
isn't that your opinion?
He didn't see a butterfly.
Why would he be upset?
Inside T-Mobile
He had so
Arena.
much time with her. Why would he even be mad? Isn't that your?
Maybe if he had seen a butterfly, things would have been better for him.
Isn't that your take?
It's not my take. That wasn't my take. You weren't listening to my take.
Can you grief explain to him?
I could.
The best way. You still need to
Get
do
him
your
on,
interview.
Paul.
I will book Victor
Get Wemby on.
Wembanyama.
We'll talk about losing his grandma and why he shouldn't be that upset.
Yeah. It's no
She's
big
always
deal.
going to be with him.
And she's old. She was older, right? So that's what happens. It's a circle of life.
All right, we will move on. Over to Major League Baseball, actually. I'm going to switch it up. We haven't gotten to this one yesterday.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
Never seen
Microphone's
anyone
falling
drop
over.
a microphone on a stand before.
It's possible. We haven't talked about this yet today. When did the Padres become everybody's punching bag? I understand Ken Rosenthal has his agenda. This is something I would have expected the Dodgers to do because, well, they did it last year. The Atlanta Braves, who signed Ha-Seong Kim to a one-year, $20 million deal, they announced very shortly after that as he comes back, they're going to bring back a bobblehead night.
That was really fast.
Extremely
fast.
You just signed a guy to a one-year contract, and you're like, hey, by the way, his bobblehead night is on.
And they already
in
had
June.
like the mock-up already.
They had the graphic and everything. Ha-Seong Kim bobblehead night, July 21st at Truist Park against the San Diego Padres. Is that a smart? Are they trying to be smarmy? Are they trying to like twist a knife or something?
It's a little trolly.
Is it trolly?
Yeah.
Or is it just because it's like, hey, that's his former team, and maybe there's going to be some Padres fans that make it out to Atlanta?
I think there's a marketing strategy in that there's going to be a lot of talk about him around that series. He's going up against his former team, so let's amp that up by also making it his bobblehead game without it necessarily being some sort of direct shot or troll at the Padres. It's just let's give a nice focus to Ha-Seong Kim in this game and this series in particular.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure
it's
the-
smart.
I'm
I
sure
think
the
it's smart
fir-
marketing.
The first decision is always, what game do we need to give away to bring in more fans?
Right.
We talked about this with the Padres. They used to do their giveaways on Saturdays. They haven't needed to do a Saturday giveaway in years, so now the bobbleheads are on Mondays and Tuesdays because that's the day where you want to juice up the attendance and get a little bit of help. So when did the Braves need some help? Well, they pick a date, and it worked out that the Padres were in town. That would be my suspicion.
Yeah, I do. I go the other way, that they're being petty.
Yeah, I definitely felt that last year. The Dodgers signed Blake Snell and had a Blake Snell bobblehead
that
day
was
when the
troll,
Padres
yeah.
were in town. They also had the
that's
same
different.
weekend as they did a championship replica ring.
And they used Ben
Giveaways.
Higgins' voice in the kickoff to the season. So you literally helped propel them. Your voice helped propel them to a World Series
Braves and
championship.
Dodgers are different stories.
They are.
Dodgers are trolling.
But they have a lot of Padres connections over there.
All right, and we'll move on. We'll wrap it up with
Just another reason to hate the Braves, by the way.
True.
Okay.
And anybody that's a Braves fan, to be honest. I'm kidding, Adam. Kidding.
Hey.
He's pretty much like Woods. He's given up his former team. for
I
the
don't think he
Padres.
has.
I don't think he has
I
at
don't
all.
think
He
he
was
has
at,
even
he
a
went to
little
the
bit.
World
He's
Series
at the
like
World
3
Series
years
2
ago.
years ago.
Yeah. I mean, he's still a secondary team.
What, because they had a bad year? Now he's not a fan anymore.
No,
but
he's
still.
I think he's still deep.
I think he'd rather see the Padres win than the Braves win.
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
No?
They just won.
Huh.
I don't know. I think you're
Got to bring him back.
All right. We will wrap it up with this is bonkers, sad and weird and awful story, but it's one of those that I had to read it, and now you guys are gonna have to hear it. There's a story out of San Jose where family lost their son. He was a little bit older, but he wasn't a child, but they lost their son, and the father, they went to a mortuary in South Bay in San Jose. They paid $10,000 for the full service memorial tribute package for their son: embalming, dressing, casketing, transportation, funeral service, like everything. They wanted to change his clothes that he was wearing for when he was going to be. This was all going to get taken laid to rest. Yes, thank you. They wanted to change clothes, maybe put a suit on him. So the dad went to the mortuary to pick up
Damn it.
the clothing.
Rain Dog says the works.
I think it's a car wash.
Yeah, the premium, extreme. The extreme.
So the silver or the gold.
The extreme package. Give us the extreme.
Funeral home calls and says, hey, your son's belongings are here. The change of clothes, we'd like you to come pick them up. He says, okay, thank you very much. He meets the funeral director. He picks up the clothing. He says here in the suit.
Man. Don't. Oh, no. He's gone. The comment. I knew it was going to get him. You see it in the chat? Mike Sway, as Cole says, he is done.
Oh, you got me. First time a YouTube comment ever did.
Mike's way.
Mike's way. That's the comment.
My funeral, Mike's way.
What?
God. So far today, just to recap, he has crapped on Cody Ponce losing his mom because the butterfly flew by.
This is a story about a dead
and a
son.
dead kid.
Yeah.
You can continue.
The father shows up at the funeral home. He's handed a red bag, which indicates there's some biohazardous material, the clothes that were on their son's body.
Sorry, biohazard. Sorry. I'm not quite done.
Oh my God.
Maybe the number one of all time. Paulie said, handed him a bag of clothes and he lost it again.
His dead son's clothing,
His
Ben.
dead child. Oh, man. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Takes the bag home. Says here in this lawsuit that he drove directly home, opened up the washing machine, and dumped the contents of the bag, the clothing, into the washing machine. He discovered the bag had no clothing in it. In fact, it contained human brain matter.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah, that's not where you thought this story was
No.
going, was it? They didn't hand him somebody else's clothes.
Ugh.
They didn't hand. They gave him a bag of human brain matter. His son's.
It was his son's.
The father had to scoop it out of the laundry, the washing machine, put it back in the bag, and drive it back to their house or to the funeral home. He
This is not a
said the
laughing matter at all.
manager never offered an explanation, never even apologized, never said what could have happened here into where this mix-up happened. And so he is now suing the funeral home.
The guy's lucky he didn't get his ass handed to him when I walked in the door, man. Can't believe you were laughing at that.
I'm not.
You're a
This is
monster.
That was definitely not Mike's way.
Paulie, I hated every second of that story except for
Ben loved it.
He loved it. He thought that was his favorite story of the year. All right. Man.
Well, there's really nothing we can do except get to a football threesome next.
Yeah, for sure.
Timeout. Check traffic. I'll try to recover, and we'll be back with more. And Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Of course. We talk about 7 Mile Casino. It is our place to play cards. It's funny. It's not funny. I mean, it's a great place to play cards. Down at 7 Mile Casino in Chula Vista, Woods, right off the 5 freeway.
Yes. It's a card player's dream. California style blackjack,
Right? Texas Hold'em,
Texas Hold'em, Baccarat, all of it.
Great dining at Sammy's. You're already good move when you're at 7 Mile.
All right,
So
I'm done.
might be some laughing.
Please don't
while
be
you're
done.
there. Patio's fantastic. You know the view. You can see San Diego Bay,
beautiful.
Coronado,
Stunning.
Silver Strand. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Bring your relatives, bring your friends when they're into town. Show them a good time. Take them to brunch this weekend.
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
They'll make it any way you like it at 7 Mile Casino. Great food.
Yeah.
They've got all the card games that you like. Play. Yeah, if your son's of age, you can bring him along with you. Play some cards.
7 Mile Casino.
Just 7 minutes from downtown.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Okay, I think I've recovered.
That was the way. That's how you go out, man. That's
Cole,
how you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Cole, you have broken Ben, and that was. that's how you finish the Rondo Report for the year, Paulie.
That was a good one.
I did not know it was going in that direction, but
that was my favorite part, was just knowing the story.
Yeah, we didn't
we
know.
couldn't get through it. And I go, you guys have no idea where this story is going.
And he was just, I think you're sleep deprived. I do.
A little bit. It was a long day yesterday.
Yeah, I get it.
Joe Buck would be crying about that day yesterday.
Oh,
He
you mean
couldn't have
Hall of Famer
survived.
Joe Buck? Yeah.
He could not have made it through. All right. We've got Dallas McLaughlin's going to join us in studio for our last segment. So let's get right to our football threesome so we can have plenty of time for Dallas.
Can Ben and Woods interest you in a threesome?
A threesome would be fun.
No, not that kind of threesome.
Talk dirty to me.
We're talking end arounds, the best tight ends in the world, and going all the way in this game of inches.
2 inches short, maybe less. Story of my life.
It's the NFL threesome with Ben and Woods, brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort, the Players' Place, on 97.3 The Fan.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
Of course, our threesome will look at, usually tonight's game. It'll be tomorrow's game, Thursday night football, and then the most intriguing matchup of the weekend and our best bets against the spread. And for once, a phenomenal Thursday night game this week. almost too good to be true. You've got the Los Angeles Rams visiting the Seattle Seahawks. Battle for first place and the number 1 seed right now in the NFC up at Lumen Field tomorrow. The Seahawks favored by 1.5. I saw metrically, I don't get into the football metrics as much as we do the baseball, but the DVOA, which is like the team war for football, and some of the metrics for both of these teams off the charts.
Really?
Like the statistical guys will say, yeah, the Rams and the Seahawks are your best teams in football this year.
It's hard for me to pick that game. I mean, obviously it's a great matchup, but without a real dog in the fight, as long as Phillip Rivers is starting at quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, that's going to be the most intriguing matchup of the week for me every single week. And it's no exception. It's Monday night against the Niners at home.
It was the first non-primetime game in years that I watched not on Red Zone. Went to CBS to watch the actual game.
I'm right there with you. I haven't had a Sunday to myself and to be able to watch football with all the baseball and everything we've been doing. So I was like, babe, I'm going to sit and watch this whole football game. And I did. It was great.
I think every primetime game, and there are 4 of them this week. There's Thursday night, Rams, Seahawks. Saturday night at 5:20 is Packers, Bears, the rematch,
Amazing.
this time at Soldier Field, just like 2 weeks after they played.
Yep.
Then Sunday night football is Patriots, Ravens, which must-win game for the Ravens as they're a game behind the Steelers. New England trying to bounce back from the loss that they just suffered to the Buffalo Bills. And then, as you mentioned, 49ers, Phillip Rivers, Indianapolis on Monday. That's 4 games, 5 days, all prime time. Really banger matchups for the NFL here in week 16 now of the season. Any best bet, guys, for this weekend?
I don't think I've hit one in weeks. Give me Buffalo against Cleveland -10. I'll take Buffalo to win by more than 10.
Little momentum with Josh Allen going forward. It's not a bad call.
It's a lot of points, but
Couple of pick'em games in there, including Thursday night football.
That's a straight up pick'em.
That's a pick'em.
I got Seattle -1.5.
I've got pick'em. I got a pick'em for the Bears Packers as well. On Saturday, there's a doubleheader. Eagles Commanders and then Packers Bears would just played.
What do you like?
I mean, give me Phil to keep it close. This game's at Phillip Rivers.
Oh, I thought you meant Phil, like Philadelphia.
No, give me Phillip Rivers.
Like, are we doing this now?
6-point underdogs.
Phil
on their home field. They kept it within.
You're taking
Phillip Rivers.
Well,
I mean, if they can keep it close on the road at Seattle, why wouldn't they be able to keep it close at home against San Francisco?
Okay,
with another week of practice, getting comfortable with all your receivers and everything, and physically he seemed to come out of the game just fine. Why wouldn't he be a little bit better this week? I guess getting those 6 points seems like it's doable. So I'll go Indianapolis +6 at home against San Francisco.
All right.
Vegas seems to think that the Patriots might be slipping just a little bit, or the Ravens are getting better. I was surprised to see the Ravens are favored -3 against the Patriots this weekend. That's the Sunday night game. I was also, what am I missing here? Why are the Cowboys favored over the Chargers?
They're favored?
Cowboys -2.
I mean, okay.
Hosting the Chargers.
In Dallas, the morning games are always tough on the West Coast teams on Sunday when it's the 10 a.m. start, but that does seem a little. Dak Prescott played really well. Their offense is good. The question is, can they stop? Well, Justin Herbert also has half of one hand on his left side, which is a problem as well. But they won last week against the Chiefs despite it. So, yeah, that seems like it should be the Chargers favored slightly in that game. Slightly, but not.
Make your picks.
I'm going against Ben. I'm taking the 49ers.
All right, good.
Okay, against Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Threesome's over.
All right, I got bad news. Dallas McLaughlin's here, but I may be laughed out
I don't
already.
think that's bad news.
That's good news.
I don't know that I have any laughing left in me if he's going to try to be funny. But we'll see.
Just talk about dead kids, and you'll get him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I've left my red bag in the car.
Yeah, if you talk about dead children,
we'll come
that
back.
will get him every time.
Wrap things up next on 97.3 The Fan. Don't go away.
Quickly, first, gang, let me tell you about EcoWater. I just filled up. Just went into the kitchen and filled up with the EcoWater system that we have here at work. Got one at the house too, and just still very much in love with EcoWater. It's been a great relationship for me and my family. They'll take good care of you too. They've been doing this for 100 years. 1925 they started. They patented the first self-regenerating water softener, and still leading the way. You know, for us it was about, we wanted like better water in our home. We wanted better tasting water, better water for our children, our pets. No more hard water. I remember vividly when we moved in, all of the green gunk on all of the shower heads. We don't have that anymore. We've replaced them, and now we don't have it because we've got soft water with the Eco Water system. So you too can try the Soft Life and alkaline water now, just $9.95 a month. Their number is 760-350-3338. You can also go to ecowatersocal.com. But when you do, call, again, 760-350-3338 or ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you, please. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keep it in soft since 1925. Eco Water, your water should be perfect.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour, 97.3 The Fan, is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety. In 2023, 1,355 people were killed in alcohol-related crashes throughout California. Driving under the influence of anything is dangerous, illegal, and has serious consequences. Don't be the I in DUI. Go safely, California. Going to wrap things up. Got a special guest in studio that is coming up right after our last check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Westbound on the 78 at Nordal Road. Watch out, there's a crash in the left lane. The 15th southbound slows down at Ocean View Boulevard with another collision. The right lane is also blocked. And you still have 2 lanes down on the 94 eastbound at Euclid Avenue. And that's because of another accident. Whether you're dashing through San Diego or heading out of town, make sure your car's in the game. Friendly techs at Valvoline Instant Oil Change will check your lights, wipers, tire pressure, battery, and more with every oil change. Grab holiday savings now at SoCalOilChange.com. I'm Sue Alder with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Woods tells me there was another 2-year, $22 million deal in baseball.
Yes.
The Mets getting Luke Weaver.
Yes, the Luke Weaver off the board, cross town to the. Did he get traded at the deadline, or was he still a Yankee?
I think he was still a Yankee.
222. Again, the boilerplate template for any and all reliever is 2 years, $22 million.
Does that lessen their need to trade with the Padres for
does.
a reliever? Possibly a little bit. We'll see if that has any impact on ongoing discussions. But that's a topic for another day because we got a special guest in studio on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. The good people today, Dallas McLaughlin. Hi, Dallas.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hi,
How's
buddy.
it going? I don't think it's fair that you all have ring lights and I don't.
Oh, you can
Everybody
have. I
has a
turned
ring
mine
light.
off.
You all look fancy and nice, and then I'm just in the dark over here.
I turned mine off because the sun blares through. So
I
turned
get
off.
it. Okay. No, you don't have to turn it around. No, now
No,
I feel
no,
now I feel like it's patronizing. Now I
Paulie is
feel like
used
you're
to
doing
diva
it.
behavior.
Yeah,
Okay,
he is.
well,
How to
if you're
respond to
Oh,
it
you look
immediately.
See,
fantastic.
I look so much better now.
So much
I got
better,
a
yeah.
soft amber. That's really where I'm best, in a soft amber.
Oh, yeah, you do look way better.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks, guys. Also, I just want to let you know that I also go Mike's way for most things. Most things I do.
How do you like your dead children?
Yeah, Mike's way.
Mike's way.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
works
When,
got me
when
as
my
well.
mom died, I was at the funeral home. My mom died. You did laugh for an uncomfortable amount of time.
I do
will
that
say
sometimes.
That's
It's called
fun.
Breaking Bad.
No, but yeah,
that
my
was
mom-
about once or twice a year at most.
The guy at the funeral home was like, "Hey, your mom's died. How do you want everything?" And I was like, "Do you do Mike's
Mike's
way?"
way.
And he said,
No. You have the Peaceful Meadow package,
No,
the
I
Rainbow package, or
the
Mike's
way.
Here's the worst part. Anytime somebody dies, immediately somebody's going to think,
"Yeah."
oh, no. Remember when Ben said Mike's
But
way?
here's
on
the
the
thing:
air?
it's not the worst part; it's the best part. If that's what you want a moment of levity when you have to
Yes.
look at a funeral director and him going, "Well, for 10,000, we can shoot him into space." And you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's great. I love it, and it makes no sense too that they get. I couldn't catch the end of your segment because I was walking across the parking lot. But did they figure out why they gave him the brains in the bag?
They didn't.
They wouldn't tell him.
They wouldn't tell him.
They're like they didn't apologize. They didn't explain like, oh my God, we are so sorry.
Yeah.
Like normally we get stuff from this office, nothing. Like they just he's suing them. They're like, I don't know if they're being quiet because they don't want to.
I just didn't know that was a
complicate
thing.
things.
You take the brains,
Or anybody.
I do believe that
anybody
the
part.
embalming process requires the removal
Sure.
of internal organs,
Right.
and they do have to then dispose of them.
But you
some
would
way.
think that
But
you would have it marked clothes,
Yeah.
brain.
there's a logistics
Well-
issue somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And also, wouldn't the bags be a little bit different?
I would think.
Right? There's not like
Yes.
a clothes bag is a little bigger than a
It,
brain
it
bag.
looks just like the
Well,
dark
listen,
clothes
I've worked
bag.
at Jersey Mike's a long time. Those bags are different. They're
Yeah, they
different
are
sizes.
different.
Yeah.
The bag that he received, it was like biohazard labels. or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
they,
that.
gave the wrong,
yeah.
they just gave him the wrong bag.
just
It was
assumed-
in the right bag. They gave him the wrong bag.
Yeah, I think it was in like they would have given him the clothes in that
Well,
same
but
bag.
but you could like in theory, what if like there was some kind of chemical on the clothes? That
Right,
could be
they
in
would
the
have
bags?
to
I
be in the
understand
hazard
that.
bag as
Like,
well.
I do
Okay.
understand that.
I got
yeah.
an idea. Clear bags for everyone. Clear. Biohazard or not, just clear bags.
Yeah.
And you can
Oh, so
alleviate.
you have Kaiser too?
yeah.
It's
everything
the
goes in a
Petco
clear
Park
bag.
bag policy.
Yes, yes. No bigger than 6 inches.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That
man.
was amazing, man.
What-
That was fun. Yeah.
It's good to see you.
You
it's,
too.
It's been a while. Dallas is a comedian. He's a Padres fan. Hosts a Padres podcast. So kind of touching all worlds here. But what do you have going on?
Yeah, man. This Thursday, tomorrow night. I do a Christmas show every year, and I'm very excited. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a Christmas show at the American Comedy Company, downtown San Diego. You can go to AmericanComedyCo.com for details and all that. But I got to put the show together myself, and so what I wanted to do was just put together a bunch of comics that were great.
Yeah.
I am just there. I'm probably the least funny person on the show.
That's which is good. That's what
which
you
is
want.
good. That's
Yeah.
what you want. You want to be booed. And so I have Ben looking at me confused. So I got my friend James Schrader's on the show. There it is. Yeah, that's basically what I hear in my head before I go to sleep every night. Yeah, my friend James Schrader, the Dr. Squatch guy. A lot of people know him as the Dr. Squatch guy. He's on the show. A guy named Armando Torres, who does a bunch of stuff for Rooster Teeth when they were still around, put him on the show. And Shar Rampton, who's like one of the funniest comics in San Diego right now. She'll be on the show too. And then me. And then there's me. And so I'm just going to be hanging out. I don't know if I'm going to do a set. I don't know if I'm going to host yet. I have no idea.
I've seen you do both, and
Yeah.
you're really good at both. So
I appreciate that.
you could actually do both. You could host and then
I'll probably
bring yourself up and do a set.
That's what I'll do is I'll get on stage and I'll welcome myself and then I'll get
Yeah.
off stage
And
I'll
then
come
walk back
on
on.
stage.
Thank you,
yeah.
everybody.
Woods has told the story a couple of times about the existential terror and rush of getting on the stage and trying to do a comedy set.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
I was
like
there
it.
for it.
You
I was
were
there
there
for your
for that
first one at Winston's, right?
It was the most nerve wracked I've ever been in my entire
my
life. 5
que-
minutes, man. That
My
was it. I was
question to you,
dying.
though,
Yeah.
I assume if you do it often enough, as you have, you will have to deal with hecklers.
Yeah.
At some point, how do
Yeah.
you deal with hecklers?
Well, I usually just kick them out personally. I'll pick them up. I'm a big person. No, what's clips. I mean, we were just talking about YouTube.
Yeah.
Clips is like, that's the game now, right? Instagram, TikTok, everybody has to, all comics you're putting, and I have to do it now too. Just constant clips. But this started because of crowd work. And I know you guys probably heard of like Matt Rife and people like that. That's how clips got started, was like, oh, I'm going to put this up and show this crowd work bit I did. And so, which crowd work is fun. A lot of comics will rail
Part of
against
the
it.
game.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, the good ones. Yeah.
You got to know how to do it, because you're going to do jokes. There's going to be hecklers, but now that's like turned into a sport. So nowadays, man, you show up to a club, it's almost like everyone, because they've seen those clips, they want it.
They want it.
the interaction. So you just have to figure it out like real quick. And for me, I spent like 3 years only doing crowd work because I just wanted to get really good at it. And also I was in bands for a long time.
So meaning you would have a 10-minute set at Winston's or something,
Yeah.
and you knew it was Friday night and your slot is 7:10, and you would prepare nothing.
No, not a joke, not one joke. Yeah.
You just look out into the audience.
I would just walk
and
up on
see
stage.
things that look quirky, and you'd react.
I would just start. Yeah. And
That's
the
cool.
goal was to dig a hole big enough to try to climb out of it. And if
Yeah.
I didn't climb out of it, that's on me.
All right, well, crowd work the three
Uh,
of us right now.
No, don't have.
Oh, you don't want that.
You don't want that.
Yeah, no, it was fun, man. I used to do the Comedy Palace a lot, and the owners would always laugh because I'd get off stage and they'd be like, "You didn't tell one joke."
Yeah, not one joke.
And I'm like, "Yeah, that was the whole point. The whole point was to not," because sometimes also you get to a show and there's like 20 people there. and you're like, I'm not going to waste material. I'm not going to go up there and do material and have them stare at me and then feel bad about my life for the rest of the day because my jokes didn't work on the 20 people who are tired. So then you just want to do crowd work. You just want to. I've done shows where I've literally just got off the stage and gone table to table and just talked to the tables because I didn't know. I'm like, this is we should just have a fun night. Yeah, just have a little. It's like, do you guys know Craig Robinson?
We've had him on.
He's one of the best live comics, and he's best live because he, like, every show you go to, it's a party. Like, you just go, he plays his keyboard, he'll do songs.
Yeah,
he just has a party, and like that's how, when I think of crowd work and hecklers, I'm like, it's very rare that a heckler will come after me
like meanly.
Yeah, and if they do, I don't have a filter. I will will ruin their night.
Why are you even at the show if you're just there to try to be mean to the comedian on
Bro,
stage?
I mean,
He's putting himself out there. You know that's not easy to do.
Who makes a burner account to go to a YouTube feed of a show they don't like and talk trash? I mean, people. That's
I'll
people
tell
live
Nick
for.
McCann to stop doing that. Yeah,
people love to
I
do
knew
that.
it was him.
No, man, I did a show one time at the Whistle Stop years ago, and with me and this guy named Morgan J. And there's a guy in the front with his girlfriend. Like, they're in the front row with his girlfriend. I was trying a bit. Admittedly, the bit, I won't repeat it. It was a bad, stupid bit, and I thought it'd be funny. It wasn't funny. But the guy in the front was just sitting there, arms crossed. I already had been doing like 10 minutes. Arms crossed, pissed off, so mad at me, just looking at me, so mad at me. And I'm like, and I stopped the whole show and I was like, what are you upset about? And he's like, you're not funny. And I'm like, I'm not funny, huh? And so he was sitting with his girlfriend, they were holding hands, and I like laid into the guy uncomfortably for probably another 10 minutes, like just ruining everything about his look, who he is, making up stuff about him. The crowd was sold out show. People were all booing him, going after him. It was gnarly. And at the end of the night, his girlfriend walked away and left him.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, see, there you go. There you go. Do not sit in the front row and act all sad and mad. Dude, go to the back. If you're going to be mad, go to the back.
Jeff Garland, my wife was pregnant at the time, and Jeff Garland was in town, and I had him. I was doing fill-in across the street, and I actually got lucky enough to have him on the morning show I was filling in for. So he came in. We had to meet Jeff Garland, who was incredible.
Yeah.
And he's like, come to the show tonight. Put me on the list, the whole bit. We go front row. He spent 20 minutes making fun of me and how hot my wife was and how ugly and fat I am. And I was like this. I was in gorge. I was drinking it in. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. There's another guy named Ari Spears. You see this guy?
Ari Spears.
I'd never seen anybody so good with crowd work.
Yeah.
I mean, I lay in bed at night and the bed is shaking because I'm laughing. So I just scroll it and I watch him over and over. He's really, really
Jeff
funny.
Garland. I opened for Jeff Garland a few times, and that's another guy who just go up, no plan.
No plan.
He actually, the last time I worked with him, he just had the club set up chairs on the stage. That's because he just wanted to invite people from the audience to come sit on stage and like, interview him, and it always worked. You do an hour, and it just worked the entire time.
Hour. Can you imagine? We've talked for many years about doing a Ben and Woods comedy show. Paulie will open, I'll go in the middle, and we have the closer here, Ben Higgins, who's never done stand-up.
I'll just end up talking about the Padres.
Can you imagine 20 minutes?
I would pay
That's
to go to the Ben and Woods.
That's the goal.
It's Woods' dream and my
It's
nightmare.
my dream.
It's my
And when I
nightmare.
say I pay, I say that out loud on the radio, but I'll ask you guys to get on the
Would
radio.
you host? Would you host for us?
Of course I would host. Dude, I did a show one time.
It's on my bucket list to do like a set, stand-up comedy, just with friends.
5, 10 minutes. Yeah.
Like,
oh my God.
it's terrifying to think about.
It's the worst experience and the best experience of your life.
You either get on stage and it's like a drug. And it's either you had the worst experience on that high or you had the best experience and you need it again. And there is no in between.
The walk to the stage is, I've done a lot of stuff in my life. I've done a lot of cool stuff. I've done a lot of stuff I'm very happy about. That walk to the stage, I had to do a charity thing. It was sold out at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and I had to walk from the back to the front. And my hands were
Jello
shaking,
legs.
shaking. Got off stage though. Got some laughs, had some friends in the audience that were laughing. They were just happy to see me up there. And I walked up, I was like, that's better than any drug on the planet.
Oh my God.
I mean, and the bad part is when you're done with that, I totally get why a lot of comedians have issues. Because all I wanted to do was just get hammered. Hey, I was like, I just wanted a pound drink. So I had a show to do at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I couldn't.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between me. I'd still get hammered. But I mean, like it is like you get off stage, and I mean, most of the comics that do it for a long time, it's like My saddest part of my career is when I get off stage and I walk from the stage back. Because then on that way, all that joy that I had in my life disappears
It's
in
gone.
that walk. And by the time I get
You're
to the
driving
back,
home by yourself, like, all
I
right,
was
well.
like, this didn't work and this didn't work.
Yeah.
And why was that person like in the back sleeping? Like you just get everything is in your head and it's the worst. But that moment,
It's nothing like it.
oh my God, it's the best.
We got a couple minutes left. Again, you're doing the Christmas show tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, American Comedy Co., 8:00. Yeah.
Okay. And you can get your tickets at American Comedy Co.
You can get AmericanComedyCo.com, and they're doing a thing right now because like I wanted it to be free, and that's not really a thing that you can do anymore, I guess.
Right.
But they're great. I mean, I've worked with them since they've been around, like years and years and years and stuff. So they're doing this thing where if you buy a ticket, you can get like a $20 gift card that you can use for food and drinks. So it's
Awesome.
like it's as close to free as you can get.
I love it.
In retrospect. So if you go to AmericanComedyCo.com,
Unless you're too embarrassed to use the gift card,
Which
once
I
you've
would-
already
I
gotten
would-
is what
yeah, I
said
listen to
earlier.
that on the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you guys talking
I get
about?
a
man?
little
Free stuff is radio. When I worked in radio, if I didn't get free stuff, I'd be pissed off. Remember when they used to let, and they still might do it. I'm sorry if you have to go, but they still might do it. But remember when we used to get to go to the fair?
Oh, yeah. On the
Do they
house.
still
Media
do
Day
it?
at the
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. They brought
Oh.
it back. It was
Oh
gone for a
my
while,
God.
but it's back.
It was like,
well, they don't do the full preview night where it was like closed and only.
oh yeah,
only
that's
media.
what I meant. There's the
Yeah.
preview
Paddock
night.
of
They do a
activities,
tiny little
yeah.
paddock.
Oh
Get a
no!
little
I was
samples.
like Templeton and Charlotte's Web. I was just running around the
Yes.
fair.
Sampling funnel cakes
Everything,
and
dude.
big
Everything.
turkey legs.
Oh, I want to go on the slide. You're
That's
damn
not
right I
for
wanna go on the
podcasters.
slide.
That's only for serious
Serious
media,
old
Dallas.
media. No, we don't
Serious
even- we don't
old
even have to
media.
go
But hey, listen. There's. Sorry, go ahead. Ben, I
No,
saw you about to talk, and I got sad.
It's the music playing. That means our heart out is coming in about 20 seconds. I just wanted to thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you
Good
guys.
stuff,
Yeah,
man.
come
Really
see us
appreciate
tomorrow night.
Dallas
American
McLaughlin.
Comedy Co.
Thanks so
please.
much.
See you, brother.
Tomorrow, the urine review.
Yes.
We will go back to some of our favorite moments of 2025 before the Christmas and holiday extravaganza on Friday. For Paulie Reindl, Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. From all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.